Boo! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. However, we're going to be doing something slightly different. We're going to be watching Duel Lives. Why? Because Duel Lives are fun. And I had so much fun watching the Duel Links Duel Lives, I figured, hey, why not do them also in Master Duel, where I play a little bit more, and a little bit more can actually happen. And I don't have to read a paragraph length skill. So there you go. Hello all. My day was alright. My day has been alright. It hasn't been great, though. Because it kind of just started. For me, at least. It's also my dad's birthday, but my late dad's birthday. So we kind of celebrated his birthday earlier this morning, and so that was nice, but anyway, let's hop into the Duel Lives. I currently have a poll going to decide who's going to win more throughout the day. So there's that. So yeah, just vote. We're gonna watch like one Duel Live. Happy Dad's birthday. Wish him the best. I wish him the best too, wherever he may be. So, anyway, so yeah, we'll just hop in. We'll watch one. So we have ranked. Oh, we have festival matches. Yo, we could watch Labyrinth versus Labyrinth. Yo, mirror match. Let's go. Let's go. Unchained versus Fluffle. Interesting. Dark World versus Dark Lord. Whoa. Just loner decks. Wow, none of these look. Okay, what is happening here? Hold on, what's happening on this one? Okay, I gotta know what's happening on this one. This one looks interesting. What is happening? Explain! Lag. Alright, we're good. Okay. Alright. We got Duelist A on Time Lord. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Time Maiden, Celestial Transformation, Blazing Mirror Force, and an evenly matched. Of course. The opponent is going first with Toon Table of Contents. Adding another Toon Table of Contents. To activate that Toon Table of Contents, to add another Toon Table of Contents. Exodia versus wanting to punch you in the face Turbo. Adding Toon Bookmark. Hold on. Toon Bookmark actually adding Toon World. Is this just... Okay, Chicken Game. Draw a card. Pot of Duality. Oh, this is self-TK. No. Wait. Is it? Hold on. Hold on, what? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Okay, Pseudo Space for Chicken Game. Chicken Game for Upstart. Upstart Goblin. Set another one pass. What is happening? Uh-huh. Twin Duster. Sure. 3,000. Yeah, it's actually just self-DK. Oh, unbelievably funny. Burn. A special summon a second one. Because reasons. Both of those are going to disappear. Magical Mallet! No, wait, what? Wait, hold on. Is this a... Once per turn if your opponent draws a card. That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, shuffle them away. Do we have a way to kill them here? No! We don't. Okay, there's the 1,000 damage. Unbelievably bad. What's up, Elmo? How you doing? Wow, that was terrible. Okay. Alright. Duelist A or Duelist B, chat? I'm gonna end the poll here. You voted for Duelist A. I'm gonna mark down. So Duelist A won that first one. I'm going to mark down Duelist A versus Duelist B here on my pad, and we're going to determine who wins. Who won more? Duelist A, B. Duelist A won. It's Time Lords. They don't like fun, and yet they couldn't OTK the opponent. Hilarious. Cool. Let's do some ranked duels, shall we? Is that Guardian of Eatos versus Utopia in ranked? What rank? Huh? Okay, tier versus branded, or runic versus tier, branded versus tier, the structure deck versus the OTK. Okay. And Time Lords. I feel like I gotta watch this one. We gotta watch Eatos, right? Like, that's wild. Wild. I really... Oh! What? Flashbanged by cards. Duelist A with 11 cards in the extra, mind you. What is happening? Oh, I spoiled it. I spoiled the extra. Okay, that's fine. Melfi Puppy. Ice Knight. What does this card do? Gains 400 for each Aqua monster you control. Once per turn, you can activate this to normal summon a water monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summoner set. Also, you cannot normal summoner set, except for water. Amazon is Queen. Grief. And Ninjutsu Art of Super Transformation. Added all the cards that he lost, too. Apparently, Grief. Activate the effect, special summon a Rhino Heart, send the Rhino Heart to the graveyard. No effect. Normal summon Ice Knight, set Ninjutsu Art of Transformation, special summon Puppy, in attack! Special summon Penny! No! No! It's just Go Giant. Okay, Go Giant to defense position. Ice Knight is decent in Umi decks. Yeah, it's not bad. Harpy's Feather Duster, fantastic. Normal summon Puppy. Go to battle. Why would we not walk over it with Puppy? It has 0 attack. It has 0 defense. What rank is this? Great question. It's platinum. Okay, it's gold. It's the lowest of okay, it's low. It's low ranked. It's fine. Melfi Puppy into Penny again. How? Worldlands. Okay. Tribute summon Amazonas Queen. Just don't activate the Harpy's Feather Duster that we have set with the 2 back row in there. Special summon Puppy again. I swear, if they make another Penny, I'm going to lose my mind. Another Amazonas Queen. Tribute for Lance. I don't know what to say. Cool. Cool. Set another one. What is happening? What are we playing? Acha-cha. Acha-cha Archer. When this card is normal or flip summon, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. We're not playing... Okay. Okay, yeah, no. That's normal. Sure. Magiki Mafti. What is happening? What is happening? Okay. He put all of his supers and ultras in there, and Amazon is Queen for some reason. Brilliant Fusion. Why? What are we playing? What is happening? How is this platinum? End phase. Do it again! Just don't attack. Just don't attack. Why would I attack? Why would I attack? Set 2 more. Activate the Harpy's Feather Duster, please. This is ranked. This is ranked. This is ranked. Eco. Oh my gosh, it's a card that actually does anything! That's technically a Duelist A win, but I think overall that was a loss for everyone. That was just a loss as a whole. That that sucks so bad. That was so bad. I gotta see this one. It's literally just the structure deck. It was just the structure deck. I gotta know. Okay, max word. What? This is literally just the structure. Half shut. And now we get Blue Eyes OTK'd. Incredible. Yo, did you make it a rank 8? That's game. Summon Jet Dragon, sure. That is a Duelist B win. Hooray. Okay, ranked. That was terrible. That was terrible. Blue Eyes versus Utopia. Tier in casual? What? Who the hell is playing Tier in casual? Well, obviously we're going to watch that one. But, huh? Alright. Blue Eyes. No, not Blue Eyes. Dark Magician versus Utopia. Oh. Yummy. Souls, Maxi, you hate to see it. Magician of Chaos, Salvation, and Souls. Going second. Or sorry, and Soul. Immediate Maxi. Activate Xyz Change Tactic. Utopia. Xyz Summon. Activate. Draw. Add the rank up Magic Force. Hyper rank up Magic Force. Into Utopic Dragon. What the hell is this card? Excuse me? Sorry, hold on. And then Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. I don't know. You can also Xyz this card by discarding a rank up magic spell. Once per turn, you can target a number monster in your special summon in defense position, but its effects are negated. During either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can detach an Xyz material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This is terrible. It does have 4k attack points, so there's that. No FTK? Cringe. Okay. What did we draw into? We drew into Illusion of Chaos and a Dark Magician. Set Eternal Souls. Activate the Illusion of Chaos. Grab Magician's Rod. Put back the Eternal Soul. That makes sense. Go for Magician's Souls to special summon the Dark Magician. Why do we never choose to special summon souls? I have never seen a Dark Magician player, other than myself, summon souls. I have not seen it once. It's mind-blowing. What? Huh? Okay, that's fine. Add Secrets of Dark Magician. Excuse me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we have 5 there? Are we making? We're making Quintet. We're making Quintet Magician because it's bigger. Spiral does it more? Well, yeah, Spiral does it. I'm talking about Dark Magician. Dark Magician should also do it. Big Quintet Magician. There you go. Just make Quintet Magician. There you go. Utopia! Get it out of there. Maxi! Woo! Maxi, draw cards. Utopia double. Grab Utopia. Oh, we're just gonna yup double. Oh, just kidding. We're going... Xyz Summon. Special Summon back. Okay. Attach the material. Ga. Bring back. Draw your last pathetic card. You're getting OTK'd this turn. Go for Sage. Sage effect special. What is happening? Equip? Oh, no. It's big! Equip? Oh. Oh, that's not game. Magic Karibo. Bring back another Dark Magician. Attack the other Dark Magician. Add back Magic Karibo. Attack again. Pass. The opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. 9 cards in hand. Genius. Special Summon Dark Magician. Sure. Activate 1,000 Knives. I knew it. Activate the 1,000 Knives. Immediately get negated. That's fine. Dark Magical Circle. Add Magician Navigation. Because of course we reveal that. Put back onto the top of the deck the secrets. Okay, sure. Activate. Draw into the secrets. Activate Illusion of Chaos. Add the Magician's Souls. Put back Maxi because it's funny. Activate Magician's Soul or Fusion. Master of Chaos. What does this card do? This brings back. It gets immediately negated due to Pegasus. I didn't even know this had this effect. You get a monster effect on your opponent's side of the field. Well, there you go. Go for Souls. Souls effect. Special summon back the Dark Magician. Dark Magician banish. And change. Special summon back the Dark Magician girl. Ebon Illusion Magician. Battle. Crash. Special summon, add back the fusion spell. Walk over for 29. How the hell do we have 29? 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's like, what? There are 2 Dark Magicians under this guy. By the way. He's run out of normal monsters to summon with the Ebon Illusion Magician. Activate Eternal Soul. Special summon the Dark Magician. Immediately banish that arm stage. Go to battle. Pass. Okay. Do I watch viewers' replays? Yeah, we could absolutely do that. If you have a replay, I would love to see it. Fusion. Master of Chaos. Activate Master of Chaos. Bring back with Eternal Soul. Banish a card. Banish the other back rows. Double or nothing. Fusion! 1, 2 into Dark Magicians. Lesson of the Duel. Ban Maxi. True. Decode Talker! Decode Talker for game! I should put one down for Maxi. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put one down for Maxi. We have Duelist A, Duelist B, and Max C. That makes sense, right? Chalk that up for Max C. Whoa, wild. Max C 1? What a crazy concept. I would have never guessed. Would you have guessed, chat? So currently, we have Duelist A at 2 points, Duelist B at 1 point, and Max C at 1 point. Decode Talker is the least bad card I've seen. True, that was very bad. Elmo, if you have a replay, just post your code in chat, and I'll find it. Cool. Well, that one happened. Let's watch Tyr versus the gods. Let's see if the gods have the ability to take down Tyr Limit. Got a couple of good ones. Nice. Orb going second. Oh, Numeron calling. No. Primeval Planet. Activate. Yeah, Foolish Burial Goods. Sending Meta Noise. No targets. Okay. I do have one, but I don't want to get flamed for my Trap Trick deck. It's fine. If it's a good replay. Alright, what did we end up milling? Numeron Network, fantastic. Reactor Slime. Actual comedy. Ridiculous! Sphere Mode and Numeron makes sense now. Two monsters. That's the end of the game. Oh no! Well, that's one. That's a good one for Duelist B. I'm gonna just chalk that up now. Wait, hold on. We didn't. Could this not be negated? Oh yeah. Can't be negated. That's fine. I still don't think it matters. Oh, wait, it does! Oh, no, it doesn't. I lied. That's still the end of the game. Okay, cool. What? Excuse me? How did we not have anything there? What do you mean? Huh? Did we banish both Sheerans? No. Shuffle? Why are we shuffling? What are we doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Soul Crossing. Okay, okay. They can't be targeted or nor destroyed, right? Can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Okay. Bestial. Alright, Druisworm, here we go. Hello. Kelbeck, Mill, some more. Reset Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, sure. Activate Scream, Scream effect. Activate Merly, Merly effect to Fusion. Do we have a way to deal with this? Garura. Okay, grab Crime, pop card. Okay, yeah, we do. Add Winged Dragon of Ra, battle. What? Huh? Okay. Why did we attack with Garura? Do people think that Garura doubles its attack stat? I don't know. Duelist A did the best. They really did. They really tried. Also, Duelist B really tried to lose that. What did you miss? The worst tier player. That's fucking good. DM and Blue Eyes? Where? Oh, DM and Blue Eyes. Not DM versus Blue Eyes. Holy shit. Okay, currently Duelist A and Duelist B are tied. So there you go. What's up, Luis? How's it going? Or Lewis? One of the two. They wanted the card. I guess. What is happening in this hand? I'm sorry, hold on. Runic Golden Droplet. Curse Necrofear. Flute of Summoning. Mech Lord Fortress. And Magical Eyes Fusion. Going first. Banish 4, make your opponent draw a card. Sure. Activate sets 2. What? What is this? Excuse me? Text Changer. Once per turn, when this monster is targeted for an attack, you get to negate the attack and special summon a Cyber's normal monster from your hand, deck, or grave. Actual comedy. We are on 56 cards. Okay. Rush recklessly. Cannot go to the battle phase. It is skipped due to card effect. Okay. What is this? Launcher Commander, all other Cyber's monsters you control gain 300. Once per turn, you contribute a Cyber's monster, the target face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Haven't gone into... We have 5. We have 5 cards in our extra deck. In a Cyber strategy, we have 5. This is just the structure deck. Okay. Alright. Cool. Fantastic. Another one. Put this guy to defense for no reason. And just activate Rush recklessly. Okay. Yeah. Reading. We're not reading the thing. We're just clicking buttons. Just clicking buttons. Activate Light Barrier. Sure. Why not? What is happening? Ah, I see. They're all high rarity cards. The frog for game! I didn't even think they would have had lethal! Wait, what? Nah. Alright, that's another one for Duelist B. What do you mean? Can I see what rank they are? Rookie. Bronze. Okay. Oh, goodness. What is this one? Let's watch, Yang Xing versus... I don't know what this one is. God, Thunder Dragon... Or, I guess Sacred Beast, Thunder Dragon? He was asleep over there. There really were. What's happening? I can't see why he's leaving. Me neither. 60 versus our opponent's 40. Duelist A with Maxi, Alistair, Thunder Dragon Roar, Magical Meltdown, and Chaos Space. Begin. Chaos Space, pinching the Thunder Dragon Roar, grab a Wyver Burster. Wow, that's crazy! Banish the Thunder Dragon Roar in order to then just special summon Dark. Go for Striker Dragon, activate the effect of the Wyver Burster, not activate the Striker Dragon, grab up the Collapse Serpent, banish, activate the Chaos Space, shuffle back. Grab up the second Alistair! Wait, hold on, we made Verte. Just make Verte! Make Verte! Alright, Thunder Dragon Hawk, activate its effect to special summon back the Thunder Dragon Roar, to then go for Colossus. Normal summon, Alistair! Alistair, normal Alistair. Just don't even activate the Magical Meltdown. Why would we? Cool. Okay, now we do. Add the third Alistair to the hand. Link off for Artemis. Activate the effect of the invocation. Banish for Makava. Activate the effect of the invocation in the graveyard. Activate, add back the Alistair. And final card. Branded Fusion. No. It's branded. It's branded. It was all branded. It was always branded. Mirror Jade, Mechaba, Maxi, triple Alistair the Invoker, and a Colossus. Dark Hole, Omega Wall. Nice field you have there. It'd be a shame if I were to deal with it entirely. Anyway, activate the Thunder Dragon Hawk, shuffling back our Alistair the Invoker. Okay, we still have one of them, and we draw... What? 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 Huh? Cross out, by the way. Raphael. Okay. Alright, sounds good. Oh, sorry. Hold on. What's happening? What? Bismugear, pop Beon. Beon effect to special summon. Activate Maxi. Ash, do something, please. No, what did they set? I forget what they said. Anyway, Giauto. Special summon 2 more. Okay. Xyz into Baxia. Baxia, spin both of them. Activate the effect of the Baxia. Popping the back row. What did we set? We've set Combination. Special summon back the Jiaotu. Add another card. Combination. Grab... What was that? Melcaster. Okay. Go into Danglong. Activate the effect of the Danglong. Grab 9 pillars. Scale. Add another Zephyr. Zephyr Divine Strike. Oh, this is actually just Zephyr. Okay. Wild. Special summon Zephyr Nui. Add Yang Xing Path. Send to the 4. Go into another... Oh, go into a 10. Sorry, that was... Did we send a 6? No, we did send a 4. Oh, the other one is a 6. Go for the Chang Ying. Activate, go into Chao Fang. Activate, draw 2. Shuffle summon back 3. Battle. Wait, this is lethal! Why were we at 6k? Oh, Verte! Ah! Alright, Duelist B. Another win for Duelist B. Verte moment indeed. That was actually funny. I thought it was Yang Xing. Turns out, no, it wasn't. It was actually Metal Foes. Okay. Here we have True Draco. Versus, the other ones. Skull. Summon Skull. Summon Skull. Verte is bad. Lower life point really matters. Yes, very bad. You've got it? Great. We'll look at it after this. I'm sorry, excuse me, what? Hold on. This is... boss stage. Okay, sure. Tribute summon Majesty Maiden. Why set the MST? Don't need to. Summon Utgard. Hold on. This is NR format. NR format! Chat, it's NR format! NR, yeah! Let's go. We're so back. Edgem. Banish the... Banish patch. Just banish the patchwork. That... It was doing something. Trust. Activate the effect of polymers. What the fuck was that? Excuse me. Summon Skull and Edgem Chain from Archfiend's Manifestation. Huh. Okay. Activate. Grab back the patchwork. Activate ARA. Dumping Summon Skull. For what? Archfiend's Awakening. It's actually a Summon Skull deck. Oh my gosh, it's actually a Summon Skull deck. What do you mean? Okay. Why'd we grab another Ignis Heat? Oh, because we were just gonna draw the Heritage off of the top. Tribute Summon. Activate. Pop our own card, because why not? Alright, let's go, Duelist B. Yeah, battle. Just immediately into battle. Yeah! Alright. Add an Edgem monster and a polymerization to the hand. Grab the third Summon Skull! Polymerize for another one! He... There are now 3 of them! 3 of them! Impossible. You can't beat 3 Summon Skull! Oh my gosh. The third Edgem Chain. Activate, what was this? Pal Labyrinth. We live in attack! Finished. What is your rank? Plat 3? No way you're Plat 3, my guy. Plat 3. They're both Plat 3. They're both Plat 3. Impossible. Duel Links player. Based Duelist B. 3 of them things. 3 of them things. 3 of them things. Alright. I think we've watched all of them except for the Unknown, basically. And Ancient. Alright, let's watch Storm Me. Okay, let me... Copy that, and we'll watch that after this one. Sorry. Okay, Branded Regained. Activate Cockroach. Activate Maxi! Or activate Ash. Woo! Maxi didn't win the game immediately. Deer Note. Pass. Diamond Deer Note pass. Fantastic. Have a Kaiju. Maxi! Alright, add the Ancient Warrior. Special summon Loyal Guan Yu. Normal summon the Masterful Sun Mu. Special summon this guy. Add the guy that's really dumb. Yep. Yay. That was so cool. Alright. We have a replay to watch. We can go like this. Turn on. I lied. I go... Yeah, I do go like this, right? And then I go like this. And then I go like this. Oh, it works. And then Don Mono. You said the 4th one? Versus Tier with Foolish Easy. Last one is against Runic Floodgate, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, I was told this one. I got 1, 2. Alright. Alright. We have what I believe is supposed to be Ogdoadic. Arima, the Wicked Warden. 2 of them. Zoha, the Ogdoadic. Ogdoadic, Water Lily, and Metaverse. Alright. We have 43 versus 40. Okay. Grab Layer of Darkness. Activate the Ogdoadic. Dump Nunu effect. Special summon. Normal summon. Go King of the Feral Imps. Activate. Grab. Havness effect. Oh, of course we hit the 2 best ones. Mudora and Rhino Heart. Love to see it. Activate the Rhino Heart here. Special summon. Pitch the Sheeran effect. Synchros. Fusion summon. Into Kaleido Heart. Why do we immediately go Kaleido Heart? To shuffle away that one. Sure. Okay. Activate the Anyway. Tribute off the Kaleido Heart for cost. But they do get to special summon it back. They're gonna go for the shuffling on the 3 monsters. Shuffle them back. Set the Metaverse and pass. They do get a token, or we get a token. Fantastic. Is this permanent? This is permanently negated. Activate the Kelback. Oh no. Not the greatest of mills. In fact, pretty terrible mills, if I do say so myself. Just immediately banish the Mudora on field instead of using it for a synchro summon or something, or an Xyz summon, and just shuffle away the graveyard monsters, because you don't know what they do. They could tribute off your monster. Grab up the what was it? It was Crime. Add Crime. Normal summon the 3rd Mudora, by the way, and attack. This was apparently way back in the day when Ishizu was not limited. Love to see it. Normal summon, immediately go for the 3rd Mudora. Just say, shuffle it away. Just not dealing with it. Tribute it away. Didn't matter. Reading is hard. Special summon. Special summon back the Kaleido Heart. Sure. That's fine. Guess what? You're still negated. Omega lol. Special summon out the Darkest Diablos. Special summon the Nauya. Okay, activate the Metaverse, go for another 2nd Layer of Darkness. Activate the Diablos to tribute a dark monster your opponent controls. In order to go, well, okay, stack the deck, I guess. Wow, crazy. Diablosis! No. Draglubion! Yo, Numeron! OTK! Woo. Barely alive, by the way. I don't think it matters. I don't think that there is... No, there is a lot of cards that actually do it here. It didn't matter. Woo! Ogdoadic. What rank was this? Okay, that makes sense. And I was also told this one. It was against Runic Stun, apparently. Okay. 40 cards versus our opponent's 54. Morphing Jar number 2. Ash. Cheerful Coffin. Discard up to 3 monster cards from your hand to the grave. What? Chain Energy. And Set Uppercut. When your opponent... When a monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summon a monster from your hand or deck with attack less than or equal to that destroyed monster in face-down defense position. Okay. Alright. Going second. Pachycephalo. Pass. What the fuck? Tsukiyomi! Alright. Morphing Jar set pass. Battle phase. Into the Morphing Jar number 2. Shuffle it away. Shuffle it away. Shuffle all monsters on the field. Then each player activates the top cards of their deck until they activate the same number of monsters they shuffled into the deck. Special summon all activated level 4 or lower monsters in face-down defense position. Also, send the remaining cards to the grave. Send it to the grave. Send it to the grave. Card destruction. Uh-oh. How many monsters are they going to have, chat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just mill the whole deck. Oh, yeah. The whole deck is gone. Mm-hmm. Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell! Excuse me! Oh, we're gonna be here a while. No way we're playing this. That is unbelievably funny. Wait, we move my deck out. And then we're gonna go set uppercut to set morphing chart, and the opponent just concedes? What the hell? Great. Incredible. Incredible. Alright, cool. Okay, we have another one. Alright. James the Cat. Replays. This one. It is one turn. It is one turn. The opponent really did just say, F it, I'm out. Glad Beast. Maxi, Rageki, Glad Beast, Respite. Shuffle 2 Glad Beasts into the hand and draw 3. Called by, and Rejection. Going second. Mobilize, engage. Add Mecha Module. Activate Mecha Module. Send Cursed Bamboo Sword. Add the other Bamboo Sword. Grass. Why do we grass now? Oh, no. Okay. Activate. Grab up. Sapphire Pegasus. Activate. Draw 2. Activate the Runic Fountain. Activate a second Runic Fountain. Golden Droplet. Gary. Gary add back. Activate. Shuffle back 3. Grab back to hand. Activate Reasoning. Do we have a target? Wait, did we declare... What level did we declare? 1. We declared level 1. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do we not have a target? Uh-huh. Oh, snow. Okay. There we go. Dugares! What are we going for? What's happening? Cyber Valley. Excuse me, what? Why are we playing Cyber Valley? Okay, Freezing Curses. Another Gary. Shuffle 3 back. Go for Gary. Gary effect. Grab back the fountain. Shuffle back. Activate another fountain. Shuffle back even more with Mudora, because of course. Sales ban! Okay. Target. Protect. Shuffle back 3 more. Get ashed. Okay. IP Masquerena. Xian Spy. What just happened? Connection failed! They were about to get wrongo. No. That sucked. Wrongo into disconnect. Deserved. Deserved. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Let's go back to Dual Lives. Oh, no. All right. We had one more to look at. This unknown deck versus Pank Control. Let's go, Pank Control. Okay. Oh, no, it's actually Dino Wrestler. Okay. Tyrant Dino Fusion. Fusion summon a Dino Wrestler monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion material. If you do, the first time that face a monster would be destroyed in battle, or card effect is not destroyed. Oh, just monsters you control. Interesting. Okay, and Capaptera. Capaptera. Okay, cool. I'm not reading that card. They have a fusion. I didn't know that. I thought they were a Link deck. I just assumed. Against True Draco. Alright, pop the back row. Ignis Heat, walk over. Dope. Set 2 pass. Okay. Alright. Monster Reborn. Hey, that's not bad. Special summon Pank and normal summon a Dino Wrestler. Walk over the opponent's monster. Walk over the other opponent's monster. or not the other opponent's monster, walk in with the other monster. Pass. Cool. Pank control. Normal summon the Dynamite Knight. Tribute the Dino Wrestler to pop the back row, which was Monarch's Erupt. We could have flipped that at any point and just negated the. We just chose not to. Okay. Okay. Activate to special summon back the Martial Ankleo. Okay. Iguanodon! Okay, activate the Dynamite Knight. Grab the True King's Return. Now we have Apocalypse and True King's Return. Special summon back the Ignis Heat. Tribute summon to try and pop the Pank. They're gonna chain the Majesty Maiden. Then we can go in special. I'm sorry, what did we just special summon? That's not Pank. That's Capitera. Okay. Into King T Wrestle, which immediately gets judgmented. Okay. Yep. Nope. Fine. Smile. Because this is the second deck the guy that played Goki's used. Oh, that makes sense. Punch for a bunch of damage. Okay. Pank off the top. Pank off the top one time. That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. Okay, Capitera. Capitera effect. Oh, tribute summon into the Dynamite Knight. Pass. Alright. Goodbye. No. The goal. Well, that is chalk it up. Another win for Duelist B. Another win for Duelist B. Duelist B is currently doubled the amount of wins that Duelist A has had. So, there's that. Should we watch another festival game? Let's watch Unchained versus Fluffle. That seems like very interesting. Let's watch Unchained versus Fluffle. Shall we? So currently, we have Duelist A at 3. We have Duelist B at 6. And we have Maxi at 1. Alright. Fluffle. Loner deck Fluffle. This is just 100% the Loner deck. Yeah. Loner deck versus what I would imagine to be the Loner deck. We got the Loner deck matchup. Normal summon the Dolphin. Fusion summon into Frightfur Nightmare. We're gonna add back the Polymerization as well as, shuffle it back. Add the Patchwork to hand. Activate the Patchwork, grab up the Polymerization, grab up the Scythe. Pass. Sure. Unchained isn't a Loner. Oh, you're right. Sorry. I thought this was, I was thinking this was the Cyber Angel one. You're right. Kaiju. Yay, Kaiju. Abomination Prison, pop the set card, escape the Unchained, special summon the Sorama. Sorama effect reset, pop the Aruha. Aruha special summon Doggo. Doggo with the other one is going to go into the Unchained Soul of Rage, and then just battle phase. Cool. Alright. Okay. What are we revealing? Abominable, okay, Unchained, yada yada. Mind Crush. Mind Crush! Mind Crush calls Scythe! How much do you want to bet? No, we just decided not to activate the Mind Crush. What? Okay, add Fright for Patchwork. Now we activated, declaring Fright for Patchwork. And now we're going to wipe the field. Special summon the big old guy. And, yep, now we're just going to actually give them advantage. Go for the Aruha. Battle. Okay, this sucked. Yo, Unchained. That was really cool. I was thinking it was this one. I thought we were watching this one, which is a Loner mirror match, I would imagine. So this one's Fluffle versus Cyber Angel. There we go. Okay. Booten, Cyber Angel, or Cyber Petite Angel. Cyber Egg Angel. If this card is summoned, you can add a Machine Angel Ritual or Ritual Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. Oh, okay. Diviner and Dawn. Okay. Activate the Fright for Patchwork, grab up the Polymerization, as well as... Whoa, 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 that's not in the loner. Cotton Eater. Grab the Pendulum. Okay. Interesting. Activate the Toy Vendor, activate the Polymerization. Fusion Summon into Fright for Sheep with the Fluffle Penguin and the Edge of Chain. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. What is this? Don't know. Anyway. Pitch the dog. Normal summon dog. Add... What did we add? Did we add wings? We did. We added wings. We're now going to discard the wings and draw into the cat. Cat effect. No effect. And just pass. Okay. Alright, set 1 pass. Cool. Grab the Cyber Egg Angel. Pass. Harpy's Feather Duster. Wait, you actually needed that card. No, you needed that card. No! Alright, Fluffle Dog, pitch the Toy Vendor. Not Fluffle Dog, Fluffle Wings. Go for the Dolphin. Dolphin effect, reset the Toy Vendor. Send the Wings to the graveyard. Activate it to grab up the Polymerization and the Sabers. Activate the Toy Vendor. We're going to also then activate the... What was this? Jar? Pitch a card. Add a card. Add Bear to hand. Put a card onto the bottom of the deck. Grab the Edge of Chain. Go Fright for Factory, activate the effect of the Polymerization in order to go into the Wolf with how many materials was that? 3. Okay, so it can attack 3 times and it's at 3,100. That is lethal. We also get to now Special Summon, and we're also going to draw a card as well. Grab back the Polymerization, activate the Fluffle Bear, reset or set another Toy Vendor, locking up our zones because we're stupid. Activate the pitch Toy Vendor, draw a Toy Vendor, activate the effect of the Toy Vendor, grab up the Sabers. Banish Polymerization, Fusion Summon, go into Tiger for no reason, pop some cards. Alright, this is... Diviner was the play, yes, obviously. Can't attack 3 times and only gets the effect if not destroyed. Are you sure? I thought it was dependent on the amount of fusion materials. I could be wrong. Cool. Oh, wait. Who won that one, chat? Shoot. Who won? Go back. Was that Duelist B that won again? I think it was Duelist B. Yeah, it was Duelist B. Of course it was. Of course it was. Forever Tiger gets the effect of not Sabertooth. I'm going to fact check you, because I'm pretty sure it's Sabertooth that does. Forever Tiger, you can target cards up to the number of fusion materials. Yeah. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target a Fright for monster in your graveyard. Special summon all Fright for monster. This card, if this card was fusion summoned using 3 or more fusion materials, it can be destroyed with battle or card effect. Ah, that's what it is. Which one gets additional attacks? Oh, Wolf. Wolf. I thought they summoned this one. These just literally look the same to me. Wolf is the one that gets the additional attacks. We were both wrong. We were both wrong. Cool. They literally just looked the exact same to me. Okay, it's not looking good for Duelist A believers. I'm not gonna lie. Duelist A has won 3. Uh-oh. Alright, back to the festival. Let's watch, Dark World? Dark World versus Dark Lord. The battle for the dark. Here we go, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Ceruli, Beige, Lucent, Hand Destruction, Dark World Archives in 47. Why? What? Why 40? 12 cards in the extra. What? What are we playing in the extra? 1 Grapha. Bar 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 barber. Hand Destruction. All right, Cowback. Oh, of course we hit the Keldo and the Thumodora. Why would we not have? Alright, Diviner, send Agito! Agito! Okay, add back the Ceruli. Activate. Banish the Ceruli. Cool. Hand destruction. Rip 2 more cards out of our own hand. Kelbeck and Grappa. Special summon the Agito. Special summon the Kelbeck. Pass. Dark World. Dark World. Let's go. Dark World. Alright. Add contact. Activate grass. Oh, I just realized we're playing grass. Okay. Shuffle back some cards so that they do not mill as many. Cool. Shuffle back as many cards as possible. All draw cards. They're all draw cards. Oh, you wanted to mill? Cool. Mill 6. That's totally fine. Guess what? We hit Tragedy. Tragedy, add Ad Libitum. Because guess what? We already have the Alagoober to grab Banishment because we already have access to the field spell, I would imagine. Go for the Superbia. Superbia, grab up the Diviner. Diviner, effect, activate. Dump the Entis for some reason. Okay, whatever. Activate the effect of the Theater. Go for the 3 for the first Dark Lord. Activate Ad Libitum to special summon and back the Dramaturg. This is just lethal. This is just lethal. Cool. Dark World, baby! This event sucked ass! Who was that? Who won? Who won? Was it Duelist B? Absolutely, it was Duelist B. Yeah, it was Duelist B. Cool. When is it not Duelist B? Alright. Let's just watch some ranked, shall we? This seems so much better. Let's watch Time Lord versus Trap Trick. It's got to be better than the event, right? All right. Duelist A. Maxi. Boudica, Arachnocampa, Raigeki, Floodgate Trample. Going first. Normal summon the Boudica. Grab Garden. Into Sarah. Sure. Special summon the Arachnocampa. Set Holatea. Activate Holatea. Holatea special summon. Activate Sarah. Sarah for Diana. Diana reset. Rafflesia. No, we went ping. Oh, we haven't normal. We haven't second normal, I should say. Mantis, grab Arachnocampa. Now into Rafflesia. Sure. Pass. Whoop. Normal summon Time Maiden. Guess what? Add a Time Lord. Raigeki. Omega Lol. That doesn't do anything. Why are we... Yay! Trap Trick players! Let's go! 1 day of peace! Holatea effects. Special summon back the Dianea. Dianea, reset the Floodgate Trap Hole. Activate the effect of the Arachnocampa. Because we're bad and didn't decide to link it to the Sarah first. Whatever. Ping, grab the Dianea. Set a Terrifying Trap Hole. Send it to the graveyard for Vesiculo. Now link off into the Sarah. Activate the effect or get a second normal summon. Go for the Dianea. Dianea, special summon the Boudica. Reset the Holatea. Go into the Rafflesia. This is the exact same board. But, no, it's actually better. Because now we have another set Holatea. Hilarious. They also didn't out the back the Time Lord. Banish. Special summon. Negate. Gravediggers. Negate. Sarah effect. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry. What did you just set? Did you just set Chain Hole? We're playing Chain Hole? When your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, negate the opponent's effect, then your opponent can banish a card from their hand or deck with the same original name as the negated card. If they did not, you can banish one random card from their hand. Hilarious. He could have Raigeki'd. You're right. He could have. Pop the back row, which was Threatening Roar. Hilarious. Cool. Raigeki. Now we're actually Raigeki'ing. Is this just the game? Please tell me this is not just the game. This is just game over. Dianea. We're playing 3 Dianea. Adipus! Woo. Battle! Just kidding, Swift Scarecrow! Get fucked! Nice getting rid of your Rafflesia, you dipstick. Dianea, grab Dianea. Reset. There you go. Reset the card that actually does anything here. Goal for Culinaria. Yeah. Yeah, special summon. Banish, because they didn't use it. That trap isn't that bad, though? No, it's very bad. When the hell would you use this? When your opponent activates a monster effect in response... in response to a card or effect activation. Negate that opponent's effect, then they can banish a card, or you rip a card out of their hand. It's very situational. And especially since it's telegraphed, it's even worse. Ash? Yeah, what about Ash? Now you're gonna rip a card out of your hand? Sure. Take 35! Holatea, special summon the Murmello. Murmello, pop the back row. Is another threatening roar. Set Chaos Trap Hole. The problem is, Ash is going to be used on the first turn before this card is even set and activatable. Right? So at that point... Uh-oh. It's just kind of a dead card most of the time. Negate. Battle. Yo, Trap Trick! Trap Trick win. Trap Trick win. Woo. Duelist A with a win! Oh my gosh, chat. Duelist A is coming back. That was about as bad as I had expected. Oh, do we want to watch Eradicator Virus absolutely clown on Branded? Did we watch this one? I think we did. Yeah, this one sucked. We could watch Runic versus Tier, or we could watch Tier versus Branded, or we could watch Branded versus Lab. Let's do this one. Alright, Branded versus Lab. Going second. Maxi, Saronir, Cosmic Cyclone, Triple Tech, and Coldmite. Activate Labyrinth, set one, pass. The second Cosmic. Cosmic Cyclone, take out the back row, activate the big welcome. Cool. Cockroach. Okay, resolves. Bounce the card back. Sure. Set 3 pass. Normal summon Ariana. Activate the effect, grab the lady. Set a card, go for the Lady Labyrinth here. Why did we not immediately banish that back row? Because reasons. Now we're going to banish that back row. Banish the back row. It was a welcome lab. EEV doesn't do much against meta decks. How many spells have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't do much. Trust. He just died. Sometimes you just brick. Let's watch Tier with bad cards versus Runic. Why am I doing this? Oh no. EV is a soft IO for 3 turns. Yep. A very soft IO. Merly. Kelbeck, the Ancient Vanguard. Grief. Yeah! Grief! Merly! Get negated. Omega lol. Activate Grief. Special summon the Havness. Send the Havness. Havness. Yeah! Kit Kalos. Grab the Rhino Heart. Activate the Kit Kalos. Special summon the Rhino Heart. Send itself to the graveyard. We're gonna mill 6. Technically. What did we end up milling? We milled Scream. Up! Heartbeat. Keldo and then we sent a Sheeran. Sheeran effect. Scream effect. Up! Grab the Soliak. Go into the Rukalos. Set 1. Pass. Pass. Okay. Lightning Storm. Deal with the Soliak. Okay, not bad. Soliak effect. Grab the Havness. Sure. Inspector Border! Golden Droplet. Get negated by the Rukalos. Rukalos is sending to the graveyard the Grief. Why would we not have sent... Oh, because we literally can't. Cool. Hugin effect. Grab the Runic Fountain. Fountain effect. Slumber! Banish 2 more. Hey, that's a Kelbuck banish. And a Goddess of the Third Eye. Why are we playing this card? I don't understand. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. We have Grief. We don't need access to another material that can be used for fusion. It's fine. We're gonna go Super Poly away the board because they both happen to be light monsters of different attributes. For Muddragon, activate the Kelback. We're gonna go Fusion Summon. We're also gonna go Rivalry. We're left one with a singular Aqua. Okay. Runic Tip is gonna activate. We're gonna activate the Scream and the Haveness as well as the Runic Fountain in chain. They're gonna activate the Keldo, shuffling back all 3 of the cards that were targeted for the Runic Fountain, so the Runic Fountain doesn't get any cards. We're gonna grab up Crime. Go for Kick Kalos. Grab Sheeran. Special summon. No targets. Bottle. Punch for quite a bit of damage, to be fair. I find Deck Devastation Virus much more... does much more to Sprite than Eradicator. Yes, to Sprite specifically, Deck Dev is much better. Pop a card, then go for the Fountain. Okay, Upstart Goblin, draw a card. Runic Tip, Smiting Storm. They have 7 cards left. Smiting Storm, banish an additional 3. Golden Droplet for all of the cards, that's the game! No shot! Chat, can you see it? That's 0. That's a 0, right over there. That's 0. Oh no! That's the game. Runic Stun! Let's go! Nah, that game sucked! Duelist A was so... Oh, Duelist A. Oh. Duelist B is just given the mandate of heaven. If you are the Duelist B of the world, you will win. It's that simple. It is 4 for Duelist A, 11 for Duelist B. Cheering up for the villain against the other villain. Honestly, there wasn't a good option there. I wanted Tyr to win, obviously, because I'm like, yeah, that's better than Runic. But it was so funny to watch, like, oh, you have 7 cards left. You're dead. You lose. Good game. Can we watch a completely random one? Sure. Let's watch a completely random casual match. Completely random casual match. Here we go. Alright. Oh, it's so good. 12 cards in the extra versus 11. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to look at. 40 versus 60. 40 versus 60. Oh, so good. Magician Souls. Armed Dragon. Level 3. Lancer Dragonette. Monster Reborn Substitute. Fusion Substitute. Going first. What do we do with this? Magician Soul. Dump Magician Girl. Special summon. Monster Reborn the Magician Girl. Waifu Turbo. Let's go. Fusion Substitute. What are we fusioning into? Okay, Dark Magicians. That's fine. Pass. Dark Magicians. Pass. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Smashing Ground! What the fuck? Someone mentioned 2008 Aztec and then Smashing Ground hit the field and I was like, what? No way. Set 2 pass! Let's go! Literally 2008. Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. Okay, immediately not 2008 anymore. No! My illusion. Normal Summon Armed Dragon level 3. Evening Twilight Night. Incredible. MST! MST negates. Set another one. Pass. Incredible. Yo, wait, hold on. Armed Dragon resolves. Armed Dragon level 5. No, just kidding. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes did more damage. It's fine. 4K damage. Dark Magician. Fusion Substitute. Banish. Recycle. Draw a card. 1,000 Knives. Why did we set it? Why did we set it? Oh, okay. Raigeki! Oh no. Can this do it? If this card attacks, inflicts piercing battle? Oh my gosh. Stamping! Target the back row! Super Soldier Shield! Oh, they can't deal with the monster. No! Oh my goodness. 1,000 life points. Exceed Kochi Kochi! Activate Kachikochi, detach, attack again, 2100. End phase, turn pass, draw, stamping destruction, pass, can't do anything. Alright, they got one more turn, battle phase, Kachikochi in, punch them. They gotta find a monster, they gotta find a monster. That's a monster, technically! Okay, set Lord of D in the same column. Mech Knight 2. Normal summon. Monster Reborn! The blue eyes! No, that's the end of the game! Duelist B again with the mandate of heaven. Oh my gosh. No, no, no! I wanted to see. What rank were they? I don't know! On to the next one. Oh, that was like literally 2 seconds. It was just go. Okay. Yeah. Again, 11 cards in the extra versus 5. Fantastic. Luster Dragon. Leotar. Strong Wind Dragon. Stamping Destruction. Threatening Roar. 52 cards. 52. Alright, pass. Luster Dragon, Threatening Roar, pass. T-set, pass. Kid Moto? Alright. Normal summon the Leotar, Stamping Destruction, deal 500. Cynet Cascade. This is just the structure deck. It's just 2 structure decks punching each other in the face. Text Changer. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Normal summon, what is this guy? Brave Drive. Once per turn, when your Cyberse monster declares an attack, you can discard 1 monster. That attacking monster gains 600 attack until the end of this turn. Do you know what's funny? Had they attacked, they would have gotten over to this Luster Dragon. Actually funny. Threatening Aura, by the way. Never mind. They wouldn't have been able to do anything. Cool, cool, cool. Ring of Destruction. Okay, this game is over. Out comes Strong Wind Dragon. Punch for 900. Punch for 1900. And, alright. Yeah, okay. Alright. And then just Dark Hole. Set the field spell, set an additional one. Pass. Leotar! Again. Let's go. Okay. I gotta check their ranks right now because I'm gonna forget. Rookie! Of course. And Rookie. They're both the lowest ranks. Love it. Punch. 400 damage. Spool Code. When your opponent declares a direct attack while you have 3 or more Cyberse monsters in your graveyard, negate the attack, special summon up to 3 Spool tokens in defense position. These tokens can be attributed for a tribute summon. Actual comedy. Punch. Oh, snap. Link off for Link Spider. I'm sorry, excuse me, what is this? What the fuck is this? Abyss Worm. Oh, no, sorry, Assemb Worm. How do you... If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish 2 other Cyberse monsters from your hand and or face-up field. Special summon this card, but its attack becomes halved. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can banish 1 card from your hand, banish a monster on the field with attack less than or equal to that card's attack. just pop it. 28! Wait, that's exact lethal! That card has an animation. Stop the autoplay! Oh no, it kicked me out. Oh, actually hilarious. That was incredible. That was great. Who was that one? I didn't get to see who won that one. Was it Duelist B? No, I think that one was Duelist A, right? I'm gonna mark that down as a Duelist A win. So that leaves. I'm actually quite surprised. Maxi only won 1 of those games. Granted, we watched a lot of casual matches, so there you go. Duelist A with 5 wins, a total of 5, and Duelist B with 12. 12 wins. Yeah, Duelist A, or sorry, Duelist B has the mandate of heaven, and is determined to win, and will always win. There you go. Actually hilarious. Cool. Cool. we might come back to watch more Duel lives. But what I want to do, let's hop on over to my tier lists. Sorry, my screen went black. To display. Hello. So if you don't know, Worlds is coming up. It's very close. It's like this weekend. And I want to talk about best decks for the upcoming formats. Both in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, as well as in the TCG/OCG, the paper game, right? For specifically Worlds. So we're going to talk about the ban lists and the formats and stuff like that. However, we got to talk about this. The Master Duel card report. If you didn't know, this is the data that was shown after the July 27th, 2023 maintenance for the it is compared from the usage data from July 13th, but basically this is used in the highest ranks of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, official data and card statistics featured by Konami. So this is the official data or the official usage rates of cards used by players at the highest of ranks, including tournaments, at least according to this, given by Konami. Ninety percent of decks are using the Roach. 85 are using Ash. Do you want to know why? To counter the Roach. Pure, unadulterated data proving this card may be a problem. Maybe. Ash is not great right now. Ash kind of sucks right now. Besides dealing with Maxi, Ash kind of not very good. It has 85%. Huh? Moving on, other notable cards. Zeus, kind of surprising at 57% usage rate, which is kind of insane. Infip makes sense given the fact that it's part of a bundle. And Called By at 52, which is also not part of a bundle, but is actually just a good card to deal with Maxi. So, unlike the other card that is used to deal with Maxi, this one is not part of a bundle, therefore sees less play. Then we have, of course, the Bestials, pretty standard, both Druiswarm and Magnemite. Seeing as how they're both limited to 1 makes sense as to why they are higher usage rates. We also have Sprite Elf, since it's a generic extra deck monster, as well as Underworld Goddess. This one's actually the most surprising to me. 41% of players are playing Underworld Goddess just in their deck. That's crazy. So, wild. You gotta also remember, again, these are the highest of ranks, so probably like Diamond or Plat and above. So it's not like the random crap that's at the bottom of ranked. So yeah, Underworld Goddess is pretty high. And then 30% for all of these other ones. Dark, Garura, Crossout Designator at 36, which is kind of surprising. Mudora and Keldo. Not really surprising. Baron, Evenly Matched, Dragostapelia, Abyss Dweller, Foolish Burial, and Triple Tactics. I'm surprised Triple Tactics is actually this low, especially compared to Dragostapelia, which is a higher one, as well as like Baron and Garura. Like I feel like Triple Tactics just should be higher, but anyway. Probably because best of one, they have the space for it. Yeah. Yeah, Underworld Goddess, I mean, it makes sense as to why it's so high. I'm still surprised. Like, I almost include it in every single one of my decks because, yeah, it's just, like, the best way to deal with problematic towers, boss monsters that you may come up against. So there you go. Yeah, that's all. This is 90. 91, almost. Did you notice that Konami removed the win rates from the specific cards because Maxi had, like, an 85% win rate? Did it remove win rates? I feel like Maxi would have like a 50-ish% win rate. Just due to the fact that like everyone uses it. So like everyone who uses it also loses. So I don't know. Maybe it's like due to resolution, how often it resolves, how often you win the game. But yeah. I know it was usage rate previously. Triple Attack is probably so low because of a UR. Yeah. Yup. You're probably correct. Top cards by usage rate, and top cards by win rate. So there's some interesting things about win rate. Here are some top cards by, I believe, win rate. Snow has a... I think this may be usage rate. Grapha has a really good win rate if it hits the field, probably. You have, like... This card randomly has a really good win rate. I have no idea why. Oh, it's used in Exo Sister. Oh, that's hilarious. Fossil Fusion has a good win rate. Triple Attack has a good win rate. Sunvine Thrasher has a good win rate. This actually does make a lot of sense, because if this card hits the field, you're probably already in a winning position with Rika. So the fact that it even has 53%, I feel like this should be significantly higher. But oh well. Unless this is just like win rate based on just having it in the deck. In which case, hard to say. Anyway, that's all. Just, yeah, 90%. Actually insane. Please just ban the stupid bug. It's so bad. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about World Championships. Most notably, well, I should say, first of all, Master Duel. Obviously, we care more about Master Duel here. But Master Duel has this really weird format where you can choose up to two decks. Each card can have 3 copies of each. At most you can have 3 copies of each card across all teams' decks. And if they're semi-limited, you can only have 1 to 2 copies equivalently. And then you can also have 3 shared cards. In order to see what this looks like, let me actually find a tournament. WCS, I believe. Yeah. So here's what this would look like, right? So you have the 3 shared cards, Ash, Maxi, Zeus, for these guys. And then everybody gets 2 decks. And you can't share cards besides those shareable cards between them. So, for example, if I wanted to play Ecclesia in my deck, I could play 2 Ecclesia, but if someone else wanted to play them, they could only play 1 Ecclesia, right? Because I have the other 2, and there's a maximum of 3, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so this is kind of what it would look like. You have like Labyrinth and Runic, Stun, and stuff like that. You have Tyr and Adamantipator, because they don't really share cards, and then Sprite and Exo Sister, all of which aren't really sharing cards, and then except for the actual shareable cards, that being Maxi and Ash, and then Zeus as well, which is kind of funny for these guys. But every deck or every team can choose the shared cards here. So here they chose the Imperm instead of the Zeus. Let's scroll down here. They chose the Called By instead of the Imperm. Here's another Called By, and yeah, that's it for those choices. Yes, it was all Maxi and Ash, not surprising. But yeah, that's kind of how the format works, and it's kind of absurd. So, did I know the Grapha Fusion negates trigger? The Grapha Fusion negate triggers Necomane King. I did know that. Yeah. Yeah, DK's websites are really good. Anyway, oh, I should have recorded a video about this. Shoot. I was going to record a video. Oh, well. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Go back. Go back. World. We're going to do that whole section again, because I'm going to record it for a video, chat. I'm sorry. So, how's it going? Hopefully my stream doesn't die. Okay. I only find DK's overuse of what the bad. I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay. Okay. There it is. Okay, it's loaded in. All right, I'm gonna record. 1 sec. Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. We're here with Stream to talk about the World Championship that is coming up for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, as well as in the TCG. And we're going to be discussing in this episode the best decks for the upcoming event, and what I expect to do well. Now, first of all, we gotta talk about the format, because it's a little bit weird. First and foremost, the decks are a bit interesting. They're based on the July 14th ban list, which was not too long ago, with the upcoming selection pack that included Labyrinth. So it's basically Labyrinth and the future for those decks. But the idea is you use up to 2 decks, and then you can at most use 3 copies of any card across all 3 of those, or all of those decks across the 3-person team, which is 6 decks in total, because each person has 2 decks. So I'll explain it a little bit better in a second. However, you do all get 3 shared cards across all of the decks that you can utilize. So what does this look like? Right here, this is what it looks like. So you can choose your 3 shared cards, obviously Ash Blossom Maxi, and then whatever other card it may be. So we have ourselves the Zeus here. This was a tournament hosted by App Media with the WCS format. And as you can see here, we have Labyrinth and Runic for this individual player. And as you can see, there's not a single shared card among them outside of the other cards that they could share, like Zeus, which actually just isn't played at all in this, like Zeus or Maxi or Ash. Here's a better example. So we have Ash Blossom here, we have the Maxi here. But as you can see, nothing else is shared along these decks, as well as not between any of these decks. None of the cards are shared. They're all different. Next up, we have ourselves, these the Sprite and the Exo-Sister. Again, no shared cards. They're all very different, except for the cards that they designated to be playable or to be shared. And then, of course, we have more cards and more decks from other people, Exo-Sister, Tier, stuff like that, right? So that's the format. That's kind of how it functions. It's a team format as well, and it's a round robin. I believe it's first to 5 game wins or something like that. I think. Let me make sure. First stage is a round robin. Split the team into 2 groups. Qualify. Total rounds 1, and then I believe it's how many is it? A match between 2 teams is called a round, which consists of each player. Duel against, therefore, sets of 3 simultaneous duels for 9 duels maximum. The winner of the round is the team that won the most duels. However, a team won 5 or more duels by the end of the second set. They are therefore already won the round, and the third set will not be played. So yeah, it's basically first to 5. So first team to 5 wins the match. So with that in mind, and with all of that said and done, let's rank all of the decks that could even remotely see play under this ban list. Now, you got to keep in mind that a lot of cards are going to need generic staples that may make it a little bit more problematic to slot into other decks, or like as another option, right? And on top of that, the format doesn't say that you have to play both of your decks. You can only play one deck if you wanted to. If you just wanted to max out your tier deck, just play tier, you could absolutely do that. That wouldn't need to be changed. You could just play tier, you could just play whatever you wanted to play, and you didn't even have to touch your other deck. Your other deck could be just there for show, right? But at the very least, you could have it as an option. So that's something to keep in mind. So we're going to go through these, I believe they're in alphabetical order, mostly, and talk about what are good decks to play and what are not. Abyss Actor, pretty simple. It's everything else. It's not going to be very good, right? The problem with Abyss Actor is just exponential. It does kind of nothing. It kind of relies on your opponent not knowing what the deck does for it to gain advantage. And it's a slow pendulum deck and a myriad of other things. It's just not really good enough, and I don't really see it being reliable. Next up, we have Adamantipator. Adamantipator, as you saw, actually showed up quite a bit. It was here. It was in, I believe, every single one of the topping decks. Oh, no, it wasn't. It's in, I believe, all of the other teams. Yeah, here's another Adamantipator. I believe every single team had an Adamantipator player. Yeah, so out of those top 4, 3 of the 4 had Adamantipator. I do think Adamantipator is pretty good, mostly due to the fact that you can basically play a full-on combo deck, relying very little on generic cards, and just play these very, like, specific cards to the archetype that make it a little bit better. I wouldn't say it's in tier 1, but the fact that it is a good secondary deck to just, like, guarantee, oh, hey, I'm going to go first, I'm going to automatically win, due to the fact that I get to just combo off and not really have to rely on anything. The biggest problem is Maxi, obviously, and with everyone choosing that as their shared card, of course it's going to be a problem. Next up, we have Agnister. Agnister has a problem, where if you want to play Agnister, you basically can't play any other Cybers card, or any other Cybers deck, which I don't think is necessarily bad, but I also just don't think that it's really all that great. It also does require a lot of staples. Most of the time you're playing a lot of hand traps and stuff like that, so it does make it a little bit worse in the way that it functions. And since a lot of people are playing not really standard lists, I would imagine things like kaijus and lava golems and stuff like that are pretty easy to find. So I don't really think that that would be the greatest of options. It's very situational and could definitely do well. I just don't see it being all that great of an option. Maybe as a side deck, maybe as a secondary deck or something like that, but as a primary, not all that great. Next up, we have a similarly problematic deck, this being, I'm actually going to put it here, this being Ancient Warriors. Ancient Warriors is a great going second deck and can OTK very efficiently. However, it does require, again, a lot of staples. Things like kaijus, things like lightning storms and Harpy's feather dusters and stuff like that, which could eat up resources from other decks that you may want to use instead. However, if you're not planning on using a lot of those other cards, it would be good to have that going second deck as an option, right? For example, if your deck is like Emancipator, maybe it might be good to switch it up and play the Ancient Warrior. Hard to say. I still think it's situational, but not the greatest. Blackwing is just too it's too one note and simple. Again, needing a lot of generic cards, and kind of does similar combo stuff to like Emancipator, just worse. Its combo is significantly easier to deal with, especially with things like Dark Ruler being a little bit more common, and like a myriad of different cards that you have to deal with, which this doesn't really deal with very well. Like, for example, how well is it going to do against the, top performing Labyrinth or Runic Stun deck? It's not going to go very well. So it's also pretty inconsistent. Exactly. Blue Eyes is Blue Eyes. I'm not going to talk about that one. I believe this is just branded. I'm not going to randomly see like another branded in here somewhere. Branded is by far one of the better decks here. It does require you to play your Bestials and stuff like that, but the reason I'm going to put it so high is because you can play it either as branded tier or just as pure branded, or you can play it as like branded Bestial, or you can play it in a whole bunch of different ways that allow it to generate additional advantage and kind of fill up slots that you normally wouldn't. Oh, you didn't open Simoon or Black Whirlwind? Guess you die. Yeah. So branded is a very good option just in general for that, giving you the ability to kind of like fill out your decks with a decently powerful deck. And it can be a primary deck for a player as well, which could do well in almost every situation. It's probably one of the best decks currently of the format, so I am going to put it pretty high. Next up, we have what I would imagine to be Stun. Stun is honestly pretty good. Again, if we go over here, Stun is just a nice second deck option to give you the ability to kind of like slow your opponent down and not take up a whole bunch of resources, right? You can play Lava Golems, you can play Kaijus, you can play whatever it may be, and it's still going to do fairly decently without really relying on too much from like other resources, right? Is that a burn deck? Yes. Next up, we have Access Code, which I would imagine is like Code Talker, which is, very similar in nature to Agnister. Crystal Beast. This one's also going to be situational. Again, it's kind of like a stun deck, but a worse version of a stun deck. If you have a really good player, maybe it's worth it. Most of the time, I'm going to say that it's probably not worth it. I'm actually just going to put this down here. I just don't think it's worth it. Cyber Dragon just doesn't cut it. Neither does Dark Magician. Dark World, notably. Yeah, Dark World is available. Dark World is interesting. I don't think it's all that good because we don't have Silva, and the combo that it makes, like the stuff that it does, the looping of cards out of your hand, which is much more difficult now. Dark World feels so mad in Master Duel. Yeah, it really does. I'm gonna actually just put this in everything else. I really don't think that it's good. Especially in a format like this where it's like every deck needs to be a powerhouse, you can't have something that kind of works. You gotta have something that is extremely good. Or this could be your secondary deck and you're never going to use it. Almost the entire extra deck is generic. That's also true. DDD is a bad Pendulum deck. I don't know. Dinomorphia. I'm going to put Dinomorphia actually pretty high. Dinomorphia, notably, doesn't really require anything generic in either the extra deck or the main deck to actually function. A lot of its interaction is very specific. However, it is very easy to deal with for a lot of different decks. And if your opponent has 2 decks to potentially deal with Dinomorphia, it's probably going to be worse for you. However, I still do think that this has a lot of potential, mostly to be a additional deck to play with, to just kind of fill out again additional slots. It's not going to take up too much. You can play the devastation or the viruses and stuff like that. So I do think that it's a good option. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Next up, we have Dino for a similar reason. I think that you could play Dino or Dinomorphia for basically the same thing, kind of doing different things though. Dinosaur doesn't really require any of the generic cards that a lot of other decks do, and it can kind of just play through most stuff naturally by itself without any generic cards or anything like that. As long as you have, Ash, Maxi, yada yada, you should be fine. So yeah, Dino, and I mean, UCT is an absolute powerhouse. This can be going either first or going second, which makes it really interesting. However, its power level isn't really as high as it could be, and it does lose to Maxi, which is a bit of a problem. Next up, we have Dogmatica. Dogmatica, I'm going to put pretty low, mostly due to the fact that it does require specific extra deck cards that would also see use in other decks, right? So the branded cards, I guess since you can play up to 3, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I also just think that it's not really all that great, especially with tier running around. If you go Albazoa, activate the effect, and then you get to go dump Kit Kalos, dump Rukalos, dump a whole bunch of other cards to their graveyard for free, that doesn't seem like a very good idea, right? Next up, we have Dragon Link. Dragon Link is going to go clear down here. Here's the problem. Here is the biggest problem with Dragon Link. Twofold. 1, it needs Bystials. Bystials are much better suited for branded or as generic hand traps for most other decks, right? And 2, a lot of its cards are generic. It needs things like Baron, Warlord Savage, Chaos Ruler, what's the other one? Things like Dark, etc. that really are almost necessary for the deck to function. Yes, it can also play a different deck entirely without all of those generic cards, but I really do think that it is very much more situational. It does kind of need those generic cards. It does kind of, it's very situational because it does steal those Bystials. You could also just be like, oh, I'm going to make it so that I play branded and Dragon Link, and the third card is going to be Lubellion, so that I can play both branded and regular Bystial. And then we can share the Lubellion, or we can share Magnemite or something like that. Kind of hard to say. I just don't really think it's worth it. Do Exosister not next? I want to hear what you have to say. No, Exosister, fine. Exosister. Exosister, honestly, it's actually pretty good. Mostly, I'm going to put it at top of tier 2. I don't think it's quite as high. Yeah. Exosister is very hit or miss, but it doesn't really require any very powerful generic cards. You can kind of just slot in as many cards as you need. You could play it as a control or I guess not combo, but you can either play hand trap control or trap card control. And most of its extra deck is specific to Exosisters, so you're not stealing from anyone. You can basically play only Exosisters in your extra, which is fantastic. So yeah, Exosister is good. I feel like I should put it higher, but I also really don't. We'll put it here. Sure. Dragon Maid. Dragon Maid's just bad. Drytron is interesting. So Drytron I could see being similar in nature to Adamancipator. However, the problem is that it does actually require you to have to basically have more outs to max C. So you have to play additional called buys and stuff like that, which means that they would kind of eat up the called buys and other such cards to out the max C. And I do also think that the Drytrons lose very hard to Bystials, but with less Bystials running around, it could be better. So this one's hard to say. I kind of want to put it higher because honestly, having a ritual deck that doesn't really rely on any of the other generic cards makes it pretty decent, and its boss monsters are, again, still very good. I mean, we still have 2 Benten, we still have 3 Ava. You can still basically play the Infinite Negates, the Infinite Negate cards, and you might come across less things like Dark Ruler or Droplet to actually deal with that, so it's an option. I think that it definitely could be good, but I do think it is a bit situational, depending on the other decks that you want to play. Earth Machine is actually just pretty good. I'm just going to put it in tier 2. Again, it doesn't really require any other cards that most other decks would need, right? Yeah, basically the entire deck and extra deck are specific to that one, meaning you can basically play anything else with this. Even something like Adamant Spader you could play with Earth Machine, which is kind of funny. That's how different they are in terms of cards that they want to play. Next up we have Eldritch. Eldritch is... I'm going to put down here, again, in situational. I think it's fine. It can be one of your stall decks. I just don't think that it's, like, the best of stall decks, but it can also be used with, like, various different stall strategies or, like, the more slow control-esque strategies. So I don't think it's bad. I just think that it's not as good. Endymion is just not... Well... Endymion's not bad. Again, no real shared cards, but it is a slow pendulum deck that isn't really, like, the most consistent, and you really want consistency. So, Evil Eye is just bad. I don't know what to say. It's not a good deck. Same with Exodia. Flu Wanderese. I'm genuinely surprised not as many people are playing this, because you can play things like DD Crow that search out additional cards. You could play, you know, without Ash or Maxi. You can play... I guess it does eat up, like, the pot of cards. So, like, Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Extravagance, and stuff like that. However, you can definitely work around that. And I do think that this is just overall still a very strong deck. I don't think it's quite that high, but I still think that is a viable option and definitely something to look into. So, yeah. Fur Hire. Sprite, Fur Hire, Runic has a problem. I do think that this is one of the best decks currently of the format. In a best of one, I think that this is just very, very strong. However, I'm going to put it a little bit lower. I'm going to put it below Adamant Spader. The reason being, it eats up Runic, it eats up Sprite, and it eats up Fur Hire cards. Now, granted, Fur Hire cards doesn't really matter. The Runic cards do matter, because that means that you can't play, like, Stun Runic or regular Sprite Runic or anything like that, because you're playing this specific variant. And the Sprite cards as well means that you can't play a better Sprite variant. So it's one of those things where it's like, this is actually very powerful and definitely an option that you have available to you, but it just kind of eats up a little bit too many cards to actually really utilize effectively. This format's so weird and it's so janky. Next up, Generator. Generator... It's fine. It's, again, situational. It's mostly inconsistent, but being able to have it as, like, a side option or, like, a secondary deck option might be worth it in very specific matchups. So it's like, you know, it's pretty decent against tier, being able to, like, eat the opponent's cards and not give them the ability to actually utilize said cards. That's pretty good, with, like, Jormungandr and stuff. So I do think that it has some power, and it doesn't, like, steal cards from other decks. So I think it's fine. Next up, Goaty. Goaty's very situational as well. Similar in nature, where it's like, yeah, it has a pretty decent tier matchup, but again, it's kind of inconsistent, which is the biggest problem. I'm actually going to put this... Nah, yeah, I think it's just situational. Next up, we have Grass, which I would imagine is just, like, grass-centric decks, which, honestly, I'm actually just going to put this, like... I'll put it in situational. I was going to put it in everything else. Grass is a problem because you have to play 60 cards, which means that, again, if you're playing good cards, you're eating up more cards from other players, right? But you could play it with, like, Adamant Spader or with Branded or with Tier or something like that. So maybe if you don't have, like, a Branded player in your team, you could play Grass with, like, Branded Tier, and that would be a good option. If, like, you're the Branded Tier player or something like that. So it's something like that where it could be good, and Grass overall is a decent deck still, but not insane. This is literally not a deck. Same with this one. Hero is just... Actually, Hero is pretty good. Here's the argument with Hero. Hero is a full combo deck for going first. And if you know that you're going first, it's much better. But on top of that, it doesn't really require any other cards. It doesn't require you to have random extra deck monsters that you normally wouldn't have or anything like that. Basically, the entire deck is just heroes. Which means that I actually can put it a little bit higher, even though I don't think the deck's all that good. Just the fact that, like, you can basically auto-win if you go first and get the right hands. And you have the ability to play none of the cards shared by your team. Means that, yeah, it just kind of opens itself up to be actually pretty decent. Karakuri is just bad. Labyrinth is probably one of the best decks, if not the best deck for this format, besides Tier, I would say maybe. Tier and Sprite. Because it is a control deck that doesn't share cards. Right? So as you can see here, lots of Labyrinth as well was in this event. Yeah, Labyrinth. I think there's another Labyrinth here. Labyrinth. And I think that was it. Oh, yeah. No, all four of the top decks, or all four of the top teams had a Labyrinth deck. So, there you go. Lab, so boring. Lab is way more interesting than a lot of the decks that we've talked about. Madolche. Kind of just sucks. It's just bad. It takes up the Ishizu cards, which you really don't want. Magical Musketeer is also just bad. Marincess. My issue with it is that it had a secret pack on release. So the selection pack was kind of moot. Sure. Marincess. Marincess I find to be similar in nature to like the Agnister stuff, where it's like it's just going to eat up Cybers cards, like Splash Mage or what have you. So if you're not playing Cybers, it's fine. But it does kind of need a lot of staples to kind of get it going, like pot cards, like Pot of Desires and stuff like that. So not the worst, but not the greatest. It's also just a weaker power level. And again, Mathmech goes up here in the situational tier, mostly because of the fact that it is a Cybers. Zombie. Again, I'm going to put this next to Eldritch. Similar in nature, it's like it can be used as your supplementary stun deck or like control deck alongside like the Eldritch stuff and stuff like that. So it's decent. Orchist. Orchist just isn't very good for this format. Orchist requires a lot of very specific cards that I guess not very specific, but it does require like you to be lucky and actually see the cards that you need to see, and it is just inconsistent enough to be like not very good for tournaments. However, it's still okay. It's still a good deck. I just don't think it's really worth it for this format. Melfi is not really worth it. You could play like Melfi Sprite. I guess we could say like this is Melfi Sprite, but the thing is Melfi Sprite is more just regular Sprite at this point, because it's like you should be playing almost always Caddy and Penny in your Sprite deck at this point. Mutants just isn't playable. Runic Naturia. So here's the problem with Runic Naturia. Runic cards are very high priority right now. Runic is probably one of the most highest priority decks currently of the format, mostly due to the fact that they do the interaction of hand traps just like every other deck that would instead play hand traps. You can then just play the Runic cards instead, and they're also a supplementary engine to things like Sprite, Fur Hire, Naturia, etc. So, Naturia eating up Runic cards, while not also doing an insane job of being like the best deck in the room, means that it's a little bit less worth it. However, Naturia Runic is still very good, and you're not always going to have a Runic deck. So yeah, you can just play Naturia Runic. And if you're good at it, hey, there you go. Numeron, honestly, not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Just having a going second option that is almost entirely cards that no one else is going to play is pretty good. Yeah, just being able to go Lightning Storm your opponent, and then drop down a Numeron network to OTK after blowing out their back row seems pretty good. Unga Bunga decks do work pretty well. This is more Pendulum stuff. Pendulum stuff is more situational. I really don't see it doing all too well, mostly due to its consistency issues, as well as the fact that it does need to eat up a lot of the generic extra deck slots. So, kind of hard. Pacifist just isn't worth it. Plunder is very interesting. I feel like Plunder is actually sleeper OP. Here's why. You can play generic kaijus, like for example, Raiden or the light kaiju, to give to your opponent, which outs a lot of cards that people would generically be playing, and in a situation like this, that are more problematic. It doesn't really have a bad matchup against anything besides like itself or Ash Blossom, which I do expect to see quite prominently, but it does lose a lot more to more hand traps, and with the lower amount of hand traps due to the fact that they can't share hand traps throughout all of the decks unless they decide to choose like an additional hand trap like Imperm, then you're probably more likely to actually have success with Plunder. On top of that, the extra deck doesn't really require anything in particular. The only thing that I could see as being generic is Almirage. The rest of the cards can entirely be Plunder cards, which actually just work out better for it. So it means that your extra deck is freed up, your main deck is freed up. The only thing that I could see is like being a main deck staple that you kind of need is something like Pot of Desires, but basically everything else can be just fill out cards, right? So I actually do think that this is pretty good as an option. Next up, we have Prank Kid. Prank Kid also needs a lot of really generic cards and is inconsistent due to one Meow Meow Mew and the Adventure Engine being offline and stuff like that, which also takes up the Adventure Engine. So, Punk is also a bit of a problem, also needing generic extra deck monsters, also being a little bit inconsistent. But I do think that it's pretty decent, all things considered. All things considered. So, we'll put it at the top there. Raid Raptor is just not really worth it. It just doesn't do enough, consistently enough. Rika, honestly, is pretty good. I don't think there is a single card that is shared between Rika and, like, any other deck. And since it is such a heavy combo deck, it does mean that you have the ability to... Oh, just kidding. Sorry, hold on. You have the ability to not really rely on other cards, right? So you don't need those like generic hand traps or something like that, like Sprite would. But what's important about sharing cards crossout? No. The format requires you to only have 3 shared cards across all 6 of your decks. So Rika specifically, I think is pretty good, not requiring any of those shared cards, and however, it doesn't have any good back row removal. And with things like Labyrinth and Runic being so premium in this event, I'm going to actually put it below Plunder. Yeah, just not having back row removal means that you are guaranteed to basically have like several bad matchups. Next up, we have Salad. Salad is similar in nature to basically every other Cyber strategy, requiring you to have Cyber's generic monsters, which just, again, it's situational. If you're not playing other Cyber strategies, it's not bad. Although it's probably the worst of the Cyber strategies, but it's still decent. Scareclaw. Scareclaw is very interesting. It does technically not require anything too generic from its shared cards. And it is kind of a combo deck. It does end on like a pseudo Floodgate Towers type thing, so they can't just like out you with Underworld Goddess and stuff like that. I'm gonna put it in tier 2. I think it's pretty decent. Just being able to like set up a big guy every turn and actually have access to some pretty decent follow-up. However, outside of the one kind of gimmick, you're kind of just toast. And you still have access to a myriad of other better decks, but I still think it's good. Shadal. Shadal is interesting for 2 reasons. 1, you can play a pure Shadal version. Playing the control strategy, things like Winda and what have you are able to be played to really slow down the opponent. It's a nice control strategy, similar to the other stun stuff and what have you. However, it can also be paired with things like Tier or Branded to bring it up in terms of power level. So it's one of those things where I'm going to put it in situational, but I do think it is a little bit better than a lot of the other decks available to you, mostly due to the fact that it can be paired with other things. Sky Striker is just not really good for this. It really does need a lot of generic cards, and yes, technically it doesn't need that many, but it's just not... It's like a really weak control deck that does require you to have like either a lot of hand traps or like going second cards, and I just feel like there are better options. This could be your going second deck, or it could be your control deck, but I feel like there are just significantly better options, and I really don't see it being even remotely useful. Next up, we have Sprite. Sprite is, again, one of the better decks of the event. Let's put Runic down here. There we go. Sprite is just incredibly consistent. It does kind of eat up hand traps and stuff like that, but it can also just play basically any 2s and then just go off. It does also eat like Elf, but the thing is Elf is currently at 3, so you could just play 2 Elf in Sprite, and then Elf is still available for another player, so it's not like it's eating too much. Heck, you could even play 1 Elf and have 2 other decks play Elf as well. So, you know, it's not terrible, and yeah, just Sprite is incredibly strong. One of the best decks of the format, so there you go. Next up, we have Spiral. Spiral is very similar in nature to Adamantipator, just a little bit more inconsistent. However, again, not sharing cards, not having generic cards. You can play Droplet in this, which honestly isn't seen play in most other decks. So playing Droplet, honestly, in this deck is actually advantageous, because then you have a way to have Droplet and have an additional out that people may not be prepared for, which is pretty nice. And then on top of that, Spiral is just a good, like, going first full combo deck. So there you go. Stun is right here. I guess this is technically burn and stun. We'll switch them out. Guru is just not really worth it. Same with Suship. Sword Soul. Sword Soul. Where do I put Sword Soul? I'm going to put Sword Soul up here. Sword Soul is... I don't think you share any cards, basically, at all with Sword Soul. So, like, you wouldn't have to split any of your worms. The biggest thing is, like, maybe if you play Pot of Desires or, like, the Bestials with it, but you can absolutely play without the Bestials. You can play, like, the Tennies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just think that this is a pretty good deck. Don't really have anything else to say. Yeah, I think Sword Soul is very strong. All of its extra deck is basically worms, which aren't really too generic. The biggest problem is Baron, but again, Baron is at 3, so you can take a Baron, and then 2 other people can also take Baron, so it's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, just good. Synchron requires... It dies to a single Ash Blossom, which everyone is going to have, everyone is going to play, and yeah, it's just not really worth it. Tear is probably the best. Tear can be played in so many different ways, with so many different cards, and still succeed. The only problem is it eats the Ishizus. That's it. Shared cards are between 3 players and 2 decks. It's technically between 6 decks, period. So it's between the 3 players. Each 3 players have 2 decks. So it's 6 decks in total. Next up, Weather Painter. Weather Painter's just bad. Therions are interesting. I could see them more as a supportive engine rather than an actual deck, but I still think that they'd be pretty mid. Who gets Max E? Everyone. Because what happens is you get 3 shared cards. So there you go. So you get the 3 shared cards. And everyone can get those across all 6 of the decks. Next up, we have Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon is similar in nature, I would say, to the Bestials. Or, not to the Bestials. To the, to Dragon Link. But you could play, like, Thunder Dragon, Dragon Link, which honestly could be something very good. But again, you know, eating extra deck cards, eating Bestials and stuff like that. So it's not insane, but it's still pretty decent. Toon is just unplayable. Trap Trick, I honestly think, is pretty decent. It can be your control strategy without really having to rely on the like more generic extra deck cards and stuff like that. So I think I think it'll be good, but not insane. Tri Brigade is actually very good. It can be paired with Sprite. It can be played by itself. It can be paired with Lyralisk, none of which require you to play anything in particular besides, you know, the Maxi Ash Blossom. So, yeah, again, pretty decent. It's still a strong deck. Maybe not the strongest, but I'd still put it pretty high. And not having to share anything. It can play a control strategy with, like, a Zodiac Tri-Brigade as well if you wanted to. So, yeah, lots of different things that you can do with this one. True Draco is... it's fine. It's similar to nature and, like, Eldritch. Same with Kairi Yoshin, Stun. VW. VW is interesting. I feel like VW actually would be pretty good. Not insane, but just decent. Again, not sharing cards, not really being a problem in terms of extra deck space, because most of the extra deck is very specific, and you're not really sharing anything. Maybe like a rank 9 with something like Generator, but yeah, most of the time you're not really going to be sharing anything there, just due to the numbers. Most of the numbers don't line up very well with most of the other decks at the top, so I think Virtual Worlds. I'm gonna put it lower though. I still think it's gonna be pretty good. And then these ones we've already talked about. Here's the problem with Sky Striker. Sky Striker needs too many non-engine pieces, right? So like Sky Striker is decent if you had the ability to access more of your like generic cards across the format, right? So again, Sky Striker isn't as good as like just playing stun, or like a regular other, another control strategy that doesn't specifically require all of those hand traps, right? Yeah, and it also just doesn't do very well against like Labyrinth or Tier or any of these at the top. So it's like it also doesn't have a good matchup. But yeah, I don't think it's terrible. I just like there are so many better options. I don't even see it being like a situational pick. I see it just being a worse version of basically any of these other decks, right? It's like it's not as good of a going second deck as something like even Ancient Warriors, mostly due to the fact that Ancient Warriors doesn't require a myriad of generic cards, so you can just play the going second cards, kind of stick them in there, and stuff like that. So that's it. That's it for the Master Duel list. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. 36 minutes! Okay, I gotta take a break. Well, I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And probably get more water. And then we'll do the next tier list. Okay, I will be right back. If you have questions, it's for the WCQ or the WCS. There you go. Let anyone know who asks. Boo! I've returned to talk more about best decks for the WCQ season, or I guess WCS. World Championship Series. Alright. Dark World, Despia, Dino, D-Link. Alright. More YouTube. Let's go. Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we're here with Chat. Chat has say hello. You don't need to. But we're here with Chat talking about the best decks for the upcoming World Championship Series in Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG slash OCG cross thing. If you don't know, the WC or the World Championship Series is going on, and I believe this is the ban list. Now, let's quickly go over this ban list because it is absurd. It actually is just a joke, how funny this ban list is. So let's quickly talk about it. Starting off here with the limited cards. This is kind of a pseudo TCG slash OCG list. I'm going to take off my headphones so I can hear myself. And so because of that, it is a bit different. It's a bit weird. And so there are hits to many things that are not in the TCG, as well as many things that are not in the OCG. So it's kind of weird. So yeah, lots more hits than normal as well. So we have the branded hits. We have branded Fusion opening, Lubellion, Magnamut, Expulsion, and Dragoon, all limited or banned. So branded is very hit. I don't know where this came from, but it seems very legit. Given the fact that I looked it up elsewhere and people were saying the exact same thing. So, yeah. Sorry about these images as well. Pearly received quite a few hits. Notably, Zeus to 1 kind of doesn't do anything because I think they're mostly just playing 1 anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. However, we also have Happy Memory, or is it Happy? I think it's Delicious Memory and Sleepy Memory. No, Delicious Memory and Happy Memory. Something like Pretty Memory? One of the two. They have 2 of their spells to 1, which really, really hurts the deck, because these are the best 2. Sprite is basically killed. Ronin Totem, Elf, both banned, and then Jet, Blue, and Starter all at 1. This is basically synonymous with the OCG, and right now in the OCG, this is definitely playable. Good hits to Sprite. Yes, we'll say good. Runic Fountain to 1, Skill Drain to 1. Sure. Kashtira has Fenrir banned, Unicorn to 1, the Primeval Planet to 1, Kashtira Arise Heart to 1, which is not how it is in the OCG. That's a TCG exclusive, and of course Deep Below is banned. Tier has like 5,000 things hit. Tier has all of the tier names to 1, which is, again, different from the TCG. They have all of the Ishizus to 1. They have Glow Up Bulb banned, which I believe in the OCG it's at 1, so that's very funny. Kikalos is obviously banned. Chaos Ruler is also banned, which again, in the OCG, that is unlimited. And then, of course, the Primeval Planet is also at 1. Super Heavy Samurai, however, on the other hand, receive a much bigger hit, mostly due to the OCG hitting things. Yeah, in the OCG, the crossbow, I can't remember what it's called, is currently at 1, as well as the other one, the bike, I believe is what it's called. Bike is at 2, and then they have the armor. That, like, it's basically the burn card that is used in FTKs in the OCG. That one is also banned, and then of course as well, the Link one is banned. Whereas I believe in the TCG, it's just the Link one that's banned. That's the only thing that's banned. So an even bigger hit for no reason. And then Dragon Link received all of the Bestials to 1, because reasons. And then, of course, in the TCG, we have ourselves the limiting of both Collapse Serpent, Wyvern Burster, and, of course, the Striker Dragon. And then, of course, Chaos Ruler as well is banned. So lots of hits there. Probably unplayable, but who knows? Dragon Link always seems to come back. And then Flu is just the limiting one of the map, which I think is still very playable. And then the limiting of the Harpies, or the Barrier Statue, which I think is at 3 in the OCG, because I don't know, the OCG is a joke. Important cards that are changed. Maxi is banned. Let's go. Maxi is banned. Gamma is at 1. Now that's normal. I think both formats have it at 1. They have it, the Dimension Shifter at 2. Engage at 2. Lightning Storm is at 2. Weird. Circular is at 1. That's expected. The two of emergency teleport, that's what it's called. This is because of the OCG. The one, Pot of Prosperity, again, OCG. The one Skill Drain, again, OCG? I could be wrong. And then the banned Red Reboot and the banned Appointer, as well as banned, what is this card? Griffin. All of which, these two are from TCG, this is from the OCG. So as you can see, we have a whole bunch of full power decks, most notably things like Labyrinth, the Cyberpunk deck, the Vanquished Soul, as well as Sword Soul, and then of course things that you don't necessarily want to see, like Trap Trick and Nexus Sister, and that's right, full power Plant. And then there are a whole bunch of other decks as well. So let's go over the decks that I expect to do decently well, at the very least. Starting off here with Adagnister. Honestly, Adagnister is probably going to be very good. A lot of the Cyber stuff isn't touched, and most notably, Adagnister is probably the best of the Cyber strategies, and it can still play Mathmech. It can still play Mathmech Circular. Hey, there are a myriad of ways to actually get to Mathmech Circular, so it's not insane. I do think that this is probably going to be, maybe not tier 1.5, but definitely up there. Maybe tier 1.5. Next up, we have Altergeist. They did receive new cards. I don't think they're going to do anything. I really don't. Same with the new Illusion cards. They're not going to do anything as well. Oh, I should note, I do expect this to be post-Dune. So with things like Rescue Ace, as well as any of the other Dune support that has come out as of recently. So do keep that in mind when I'm talking about this. This is for the most recent set in the TCG, not the stuff in the OCG. I think that most of that stuff is probably going to be unplayable. Next up, we have Dark World. Dark World is, I don't know, somewhere in Rogue, maybe tier 2. Just due to the lower power level of basically everything else, I do think that Dark World has a chance to actually do pretty well, but I don't see it being insane. Silva is still basically untouched, and without Maxi, I do think that this will do a little bit better, but not insane. Despia is basically almost unplayable. I really don't see them doing much, so I don't really have anything else to say. Same with Kashira, I really don't see them doing much, given the extreme hits that they received. The Fenrir ban, as well as the Arise Hearts to 1, really matter, so I really don't see Kashira doing a whole lot. Dino also probably isn't doing a whole lot, but I do think that it'll be a little bit better than Dark World, seeing as how basically everything is untouched. I didn't see a notable hit to Misk. So Misk might be at 1, it might be at 3. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly what the ban list is. And again, I'm not 100% certain on every card that would be changed. But I do think that either way, whether the miscellaneous source is at 3 or at 1, I do think that it'll be decently good just due to lower power level. Dragon Link, honestly, probably is still good. Even with all of these limitations, Dragon Link was still good in the TCG, even with most of these limitations, besides the Bestials, but it was mostly due to the Bestials. But again, lower power level, maybe it's still good. I'm actually going to put this in Rogue. I still think it's playable. Drytron, honestly, is pretty good in this format. It doesn't have anything that it really cared about being hit, except for the fact that a lot of these cards that would normally give it problems, Dimension Shifter, the Gamma, the things like Skill Drain, maybe stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, seeing those hits are actually, advantageous for it. So, Drytron, maybe. Eldritch, honestly, probably isn't going to do a whole lot, I'm not going to lie. Exosister is going to be pretty good. I hate to say it, but yeah, Exosister being entirely untouched without Maxi seems pretty good. Yes, Dimension Shifter is technically at 2, which is a slight nerf, but it's really not that big of a deal. Next up, Flu. Flu being, having a lot of its cards limited, I really don't see this doing a whole lot. Maybe here below Dark World. Infernoble Knight did receive some new cards, which does make it a little bit better, but I really don't see it, again, being all that great. I'm going to put it, honestly, I don't think it's going to compete. Yeah, Infernoble was pretty good back in the day, and yes, the new cards give it a lot of oomph, but the problem is that most of the time what the deck actually ended on was a whole bunch of generic cards that are now banned, like Halqifibrax, or not ending on them, but like going through those cards, the Halqifibrax and the Link Cross being notable cards. So I really don't see Infernoble really doing anything. And I do think that that the ban list might have also hit some of the cards from the OCG side that were hit to Infernoble that were way worse than what we had in the TCG. So that could cause it to be even worse. Labyrinth is probably the best deck. I don't think it was touched, basically, besides Skill Drain going to 1, which honestly doesn't really matter. And yeah, you could just play the IKEA stuff. Labyrinth is probably the best. I don't think anything else really comes close. Because basically everything else, Kashtira was the best deck in the TCG, Tier is currently the best deck in the OCG, but followed very closely by Rescue Ace, which we'll talk about, and Tier, which honestly has worse hits in the in this. So there's that. I guess it's still a similar power level, but they don't have to play around Max C, which is one of the big reasons why Tier was so good in the OCG. Menadimium is actually pretty decent. Maybe not that high. I'm going to put it in Tier 2. Menadimium is actually just good. It has a lot of support now, and it actually has a lot of plays that it can go for. And with the... Oh, actually, Kashtira is, like, heavily nerfed. Never mind. I'm going to put in a Rogue. I forgot this plays, like, a whole bunch of Kashtira cards to actually make it function, so it's actually just not as good because Fenrir is banned, and they kind of need Fenrir. Next up, Marincess. Marincess is a playable deck that actually has plays and does stuff. It's not insane, but it does stuff, and it was untouched. Mathmech is actually still pretty decent, all things considered. Again, generic cyber stuff, go burr. Yeah, Circular 1 hurts, but it's not gonna kill the deck, and again, lower power level, meaning Mathmech's probably still good. Makonko just is not gonna compete. Punk Gold Pride, honestly, is, again, untouched, so I do think that it has quite a bit of oomph that it could, or it does have a lot of plays that it could go for. It's still pretty good. It's decent. Pearly was just neutered. Like, its two best cards were just killed, and I really don't see it coming back from that. And with Zeus at 1, I do think that it is a little bit more of a problem. I'm going to put it below Marincess, actually. Rescue Ace is probably second best deck. Here's the problem with Rescue Ace. It's a little bit too... like, it doesn't quite do enough. It's not as powerful. It doesn't really have, like, the greatest of end boards. However, it's still good. I could switch either of these, and I really couldn't see much of a difference. I think Rescue Ace and Labyrinth are basically the best decks to take into this format, given the fact that it's probably post-Dune. It could not be post-Dune. But yeah, just absolutely insane. Rescue Ace is probably the best deck post, or outside of Tier in the OCG. Labyrinth is the best deck in the outside of Tier in the OCG as well. And sure, like, Maxi exists in those formats, but with the heavy hits to the other decks that are currently at the top in the TCG, I do expect these two to be the big takeaways. Talking of other big takeaways, Rika. Rika is entirely untouched, and it is really strong. As we saw, it just won a YCS, mostly due to Jessica literally having the mandate of heaven and getting everything that they could have ever wanted. But I do think that Rika is very, very strong and definitely something to look out for. As you can see, entirely untouched. Sorry, let me scroll down a little bit more. There we go. Entirely untouched. Next up, we have Sprite, or Sprite Runic for Hire. Honestly, Sprite is pretty mid, but I still do see it doing pretty well. Sprite Runic for Hire specifically doesn't require a lot of the actual Sprite cards as much as it needs, like, the Runic for Hire stuff. And the thing is, the one Runic Fountain might not matter, just due to the fact that most of the advantages that you actually get is through the for hire stuff. And you just get to cycle a myriad of cards, so it's actually fine. I do think that this is probably a decent deck. Not insane, but decent. Scareclaw, I think, received some support. I'm going to put it next to Manadimium. I'm not entirely sure. Super Heavy Samurai is just unplayable. Draco Slayer is... I want to say Draco Slayer is interesting. Draco Slayer's not great, but I'm going to put it up here. Sprite Melfi is just not going to be able to compete. I'm just going to say it. Same with Sprite Runic Life Twin. These two specifically rely very heavily on having a maximum number of Sprite cards, and you just don't have those, so it's really not playable. Striker is actually going to be another one of the really good decks. It's going to be probably... I'm going to say it's not going to be better than Exo Sister, but it is going to be very good. Engage is at 2. Everything else is unlimited, I think? No, Hornet Drones is at 1. But I think every other card in Striker is playable, and yeah, you can just, like, destroy your opponent with going second cards. I do think... Yeah, I think it'll be good. Fifth best, maybe? I don't know. Next up, Adventure Synchron. This is a very interesting deck that showed up in the OCG, and is showing up now in the TCG. It's a very weird style. And because of the fact that Griffin is banned, I actually do not think that this is going to be very good. Mostly due to the fact that, like, you actually do need the Adventurer cards, which are kind of important, and things like Griffin and stuff like that. Actually, does it require Griffin, or does it require the other guy? I don't really know. This one's hard to say because like it kind of showed up in the OCG and it kind of showed up in the TCG and it didn't really stick around, so it's very hard to place. I'm gonna put it like tier 2, and just kind of. This could either be the best deck just out of nowhere, or it could be absolutely garbage and just bomb out. Really hard to say. Tier is still good. Do you want to know why? Even with every single card limited, everything else is also limited. Do you see all of these other hits? Sprite, dead. Kashtira, dead. Guess what? It doesn't matter, you have a maximum of names. That's all you need. Also, on top of that, you have the ability to play Kashtira Tier, which is another way to mill additional cards. You can use the Legal Knight, and yeah, I think the other adventure cards are hit as well. I know the Enchantress is at 2, or it should be, due to the OCG banning and stuff like that. But I still don't know about this one. It could be crazy, it could be mid. Sword Soul is very strong, probably better than Rika. Yeah, Sword Soul is like entirely untouched. I think Protoss is most likely banned, given the fact that it's Protoss and it's banned in the TCG. So given the fact that they've banned basically everything that they've banned in the TCG, as well as in the OCG and stuff like that, like, you know, Expulsion and other such stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if Sword Soul did have it banned, and even with that, I still think it's going to be really, really strong. Trap Trick will actually be a pretty decent deck, all things considered. Trap Trick has a lot of advantage going for it. The fact that it plays, you know, a very trap-heavy deck, which plays very well against, like, Labyrinth and stuff like that. You know, there's a... I don't know. Being unaffected by traps is also very good against Labyrinth and stuff like that. So I do think that is going to be, like, a sleeper pick as kind of a counter to Labyrinth and having like a really good matchup. I also don't think that is bad against Rescue Ace, seeing as how they're very similar in nature. And I think most of the other matchups aren't terrible, except for maybe Tier. But Tier kind of has to get lucky, so, you know, Tier can either entirely win everything just uncontested or be terrible. Unchained is very interesting here, because Unchained by itself is bad. It's just not very good. However, there have been a lot of Labyrinth Unchained in the OCG, which is just kind of like a few of the Unchained cards along with Labyrinth. So I'm still going to put this in Rogue, but in all honesty, it's kind of interesting that it could see play with probably the best deck. So good to look out for. And then Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul is good. Vanquish Soul is very good. Yeah, turns out not having to deal with Max C, but also still having access to basically everything else with everything else being limited, means that Vanquish Soul is actually going to be pretty good. I'm going to put it above Tier, but not by much. I still think Vanquish Soul is good. It's just a strong deck. Not having Maxi, though, actually does actively hurt this deck, because not being able to reveal an Earth hand trap is problematic. All things considered, though, I do think that this is a rough estimation, given the ban list that we currently know, which I believe is this one, that these would be the best decks of the WCS, or the World Championship Series. Now, I could be absolutely incorrect, and all of a sudden Melty Sprite is just the best deck for no apparent reason. I have no idea. This format is basically unsolved, and I have no clue who is testing it or where I would get any of these informations. Just play Ghost Spell. Yeah, you absolutely could play Ghost Spell, actually. Ghost Spell would be super good for Vanquish. Anyway, that's going to be it for this. Is Dune going to be legal in World? I would imagine. I don't think China will get Dune by then. Oh, that's interesting. I just kind of assumed that it would be, given the fact that we just got it in the TCG. And I was like, oh, that would make sense, right? But if it's not legal, what does that change? I think that's it. I think that's like the only thing that changes. I guess you'd like move some of these other things. Like this would go down. But even with that being said, Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem. I have no idea. Because it's probably all in Japanese, which I don't read. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know where I would find out this information. I only know about the ban list because of this random Instagram post. Rescue Ace. Or Ace. Anyway, that's like the only thing that I think it changes. Because I don't think anything else really is that affected. Yeah. Trying to think of other cards. Oh, I guess Adventurer Synchron would probably be down here. because like it wouldn't exist. But I think everything else is more or less the same and untouched. Yeah, this is the only thing. If Dune is playable, up here. If Dune is not playable, down here. It's pretty simple. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Yeah, I have no idea. Let me actually find out more information. Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds... Master Duel events for the qualifier, how to advance, Duel level 1. Okay, this is just Master Duel. Konami. What the? So random. America? America. Games. Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. What the fuck? United States of America. I should have clicked Canada. Dune. Forbidden Unlimited List update. Upcoming events. More. Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series. I'm very confused. Hold on. Where is Worlds? The map they used is based? True. Okay. Bruh. Product information. I don't want product information. What the hell? Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds 2023. Can I get, like, some solid information? This was 2 days ago. New rules, new ban list. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. Rules, branded. Okay. Hold on. Here's the branded ban list. Expected. Okay. Why is skill drain on here? Banned Fenrir? Does that matter? Why is this guy talking about Omano Owado? What is happening? Why is skill drain on there? Kashira, ban, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, these are all things that we... Where is this information coming from? Where is your information? How did you get this information? Who are you? How do I know? How do I know? I will never know how these people get their information. Source, trust me. Super heavy. Okay, Dragon Links. Oh, I went too far. Okay, random Borderland in the corner. Oh, Prospeed Limited. Notable bands. Maxi, Red Reboot, A Pointer, Wandering Griffin, Sicko Mode. Notable limits. Include Your Mother. Gamma, Circular, Pot of Prosperity, Skill Drain. Love to see it. Semi-limits. Lightning Storm. Let's go. Labyrinth. Good choices. Labyrinth, Rika, Sky Striker. Manadimium? I really don't think that this deck is going to be that good. That seems like Cope. Same with Vanquish Soul. Maybe Vanquish Soul will be good, but... Trap Tricks. Yeah. Exo. Dark World. No. Swaswall. Okay. I don't know. There was another video. So far there have been 2 videos. Okay, hold on. This is the same guy. They made a different ban list video with different cards. Where'd you get this information? What is this webpage? Where did you find this? I want this. What? Huh? What? What? Give to me. Give to me. Give to me said ban list. I'm so confused. Forbidden and limited list. Forbidden. What the hell? I'm sorry. Hold on. This has to be a joke. July 27th. Yujo Friendship is on here. He's got the 5-page PDF. I know, it looks official. I'm so confused. What is happening? This has to be a joke. Judgment of the Pharaoh. Unity. Tri-Edge Master. What the fuck are these? I've never heard of these cards in my life. Where did he get this? Where did he get this information? Hello? Where? Who? Why? What? Huh? Trust, bro. Trust, bro. Konami says that's the return. Yada yada. No, I don't care about that. Hello? No. Click the spacebar button. Ban list. Maybe Decade leaked it? Maybe. Oh, here we go. Hey, look! Decade! He showed up. No, this isn't Decade. Oh, same guy. Same type of person. World's 2023 ban list. Is this for Duel Links? The fuck? Oh, it is Duel Links. Lol. I don't care. I do not care. Ban list for July 2023. Forbidden and limited list. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? Is this... fuck off. What is this for? Oh my gosh. This is the most unreadable thing I've ever seen. What's happening? Limited Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Let's go. Limited. Semi-limited. Monster Effect cards. Whoa, cool. What the... What? Worlds. Anything. Just give me information. Please. Is this a remote duel ban list? Who knows? How, where, let me see them all. Road to Worlds 2023. No, ban list. Why is this, what the, what is happening here? Google? European Worlds qualifiers? World Championship qualifiers? What is happening? Announces dates and locations for Worlds 2023. That's right. Alright, go back. Not helpful. Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2023. Is this a Steam game? Why is it on Steam? What the hell? I've only seen this one picture. What if I go to YGOPRODECK.com? Can I check? Would it be under Forbidden List? Huh. Okay. Articles? Search. World. Search. Information regarding the 2023 North America World Championship qualifier announced. Okay, that didn't help. His latest articles? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Sure, New cards? New cards? It was me. I made up that list as a troll. It was all me. I have no idea what's going on. Top 10 decks to look out for in Edison format. Yo, dude, I should fucking play Edison format. Edison format's sick. New OCG ban list. Fuck. Effective from July 1st. Does anyone know anything about Worlds? Has anyone at all? How? Okay, hold on. I gotta watch this guy's video.
Channel. Today we have a pretty special one because we finally have the reveal of the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2023 Forbidden and Limited list. Before we begin, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel. Tab here for more product reveals every day. You're also going to get is in this video and in this list specifically. This.
Why the fuck is Early on here? Why is Garura on here? What is happening? Akash. Oscon. The Bicorn Goatee. What?
Is for the trading card game, right? TCG, OCG, all of those players are going to be competing in Japan over the next weekend. Also, Master Duel, good luck, Josh, but Duel Links as well. But this is the card game Forbidden Limited list, and we've done a video about that, sort of like assuming what's going to be the actual ban list of this tournament, and historically, this just combines both ban lists together, making the harsher hit count for the event. So, for example, if for the TCG, Fenrir is at 3, but in the OCG, Fenrir is actually banned, it out in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship Tournament, and also for cards from Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge, refer to the list below for each card case by case. So some cards from Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge, you're gonna see some cards that will surprise you, are not gonna be legal for this event as well. So let's go over it and see some of the notable things that are actually gonna be out of the tournament. In this case, there is no unbans, which means that no cards are gonna come back from being banned. It's only gonna get worse for TCG players, basically, or for OCG players, depending on the hit. But we'll see the first 3. I think these are regional releases. Judgment of the Pharaoh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship, Unity.
Are they? I thought it was because Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship forced you to give a handshake and people were going to be really gross about it, and so that the opponent would have to, or the opponent would choose to not take the handshake, which then was like a judge.
They're not banned in the TCG, but they're going to be banned for this tournament. And then we see some exclusives from Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge, some of the new cards, Xbox Hydra, Triad Master, actually a relevant Synchro, the Xyz Ooze Giant, some number C1000s also going to be illegal for this tournament. Now this one is pretty major, Garura Wings of Resonant Life. This card is still...
Oh, because it's a TCG exclusive. Okay, that makes sense.
Up until today. Impactful card that I haven't even given any thought for, but yeah, it's not going to be legal. Midnight Early, we know this is an exclusive as well. Now, entire archetypes, Goatees, illegal, only out in the TCG.
TCG
I think they have a planned release for this
in
the OCG, but yeah, they're not going to have it. Catalyzer, a staple in Dark World, also exclusive. Tilting Entrainment, also pretty cool. Spellbound, Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon.
Whoa, that's actually impactful. Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon not being in Labyrinth does matter.
Very powerful trap card.
Okay, this where is he getting in this information, first of all? Second of all, this might actually be real. This actually makes sense. Because a lot of it's like TCG exclusives and stuff like that.
Out of this tournament entirely. A lot of Goatee cards, a lot of the new Gate Guardian support that we got over on the, I don't remember, the Maze of Memories set. So all of these, not legal. Again, a few other Battles of Legend card. Assault Synchron. He's not going to be legal.
Does Assault Synchron change anything? I guess it would change the placement of Synchro. Although I don't think they use anything. The Synchro deck. I don't think they use Assault Synchron.
For this tournament, which is extremely interesting. I think, again, Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge.
You see a line. Why is that
card by card case?
Minayuruka! Odd Eyes Rebellion Exi Dragon. Cool, the Menacing Man. Whoa! Gold Pride is all banned. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, Gold Pride's literally unplayable. Never mind. I forgot that was a TCG exclusive. Okay. Golden Cloud Beast. Malong. I've never seen this card in my life. More Gold Pride stuff. Protoss is banned. That makes sense. Artifact Scythe is banned. Yeah. Okay, this looks like it's all of the stuff that's normally on the list. So I don't think we need to worry about most of this stuff, because I would imagine most of this is stuff that's already been like banned. Yeah, Maxi. Yeah, it's all of the harsher hits. Was Armed Neos an exclusive? I think so. I would imagine that's probably why. Wandering Griffin Rider. Yeah. Shockmaster. Yo, Shockmaster's banned? No. Seeing Toad banned is a crime. Bring back my boy! My Toad did nothing. Grass is banned. These are all bans up until this point. Here's the limited section. All the Bestials. Herald of Orange Light is limited. Cashier Unicorn is limited. Mathematics Circular is limited. Pog. Oh, Miscellaneous Source right there. Miscellaneous Source is limited. I still don't think that matters too much. Red Rose Dragon. Can you believe Red Rose Dragon is limited? Can you believe that they said, you know what? Instead of hitting Halka-Fibrax, the card that is causing every other tuner to go onto the list, let's hit another tuner! I can't believe they did that. That's just wild to think about. The tier limits... Orphoscorpio is limited. Oh, right. It's semi-limited in Master Duel. Rapier is limited. Wait, shouldn't Rapier be banned? Isn't Rapier banned in the OCG? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Rapier is banned, right? It's limited to one in the TCG, but I think it's banned in the OCG, right? Nope, I'm crazy. I'm literally going insane. It's not. It's not. Huh? Wild. Okay, never mind. I'm actually crazy. You're right. I'm insane. I don't know what I'm talking about. I always thought it was banned. I know it's banned in Master Duel. There's a list in YGO organization where it shows all cards banned, including the unreleased ones in certain regions. Do you... Wait, where was it? YGO org... Wait, YG... Organization... Ending misinformation. Sick. Dueling celebration campaign, deck recipes. Let's go... Worlds. I guess it's just type world, right? That did not help. There it is. World Championship Dueling Celebration. Damn it. Forbidden Limited List for World Championship 2023. No way! They banned my boy Flower. I can't interrupt. Yeah. Sorry. No, you're good. Mostly to check the edge cases. In addition to the cards on the list, cards printed or released in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Official card game on March 19th, 2023 and later cannot be used. Okay, makes sense. Cards printed or released in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card trading game. Oh, okay. So yeah, Dune is not playable. Okay, good to know. Forbidden. Really old OCG normal monsters. Because we're not released in the TCG and without a worldwide release, are not legal for worldwide play. Word Clown! No! The Wood Clown. Wait, is Bat banned? No! Bat's banned! No! F's in chat. F's in chat for Bat. He will be missed. Bat? Bat. It's just Bat. That's it. It's just Bat. Cool. Judgment of Pharaoh, unreleased in Korea and Europe. Yujo Friendship. Oh, these were actually unreleased. Shuttleroid. Tri-Edge Master. What the hell? Never seen that card. Link Decoder has been unreleased in Korea. Okay. Forbidden. Okay, here's the actual hits, though. Not just the unreleased stuff. So what's currently been what currently hasn't been released? Power Pro Lady Sisters. No! It mattered. Assault Synchron. Oh, curse you, Korea, for being slow. Okay. Looks like not much. Honestly, I don't think this changes much about the list I was talking about previously. Gantor X is a crazy card. Both Dryden and Broad Bowl. Forbidden in both. Wait, it's banned in the... Oh, it's only not banned in... Right. Super Heavy Samurai Security. It should be banned. Self-destruct button. Sixth Sense. I've heard people say that Sixth Sense isn't crazy, and I'm like, what? Are you insane? Hand traps exist. Hand traps exist, and so do mill. Or, not mill, but, tier. Anyway. Limited. Okay, yeah, I think this is the... This would be the list. Motorbike, Dimension Shifter, Malicious, Fractal. Why is Fractal semi'd? Who at Konami hates Tri-Brigade? Who at Konami Japan lost to Tri-Brigade so much that they just decided, you know what? This card's never coming off the list. Bride of Aramesir, a joke. Foolish Burial Goods, actual comedy. E-Telly, Pot of Desires, Regeki, Engage, Super Poly at 2, let's go! Trickstar Light Stage, Lightning Storm. Cool. Lab players trying to get Sixth Sense back. I think you mean tier players. I feel like tier players would much rather have that. Cool. That is a trusted source. Now we know the ban list is confirmed correct. And this would be most likely what it would look like. Again, basically nothing changes. Except for Rescue Ace. I thought Dune would be available, but nope. Incorrect. Cool. Well, that's it for today's stream. I don't really have anything else. That's where I'm gonna call it. I was confused as why it should be banned, then it hit me. Special summon 1 Earth Machine monster. Wait, what? Super Heavy Samurai Security? Super Heavy Samurai. Which one's this one? No, it's completely unlimited. It's due to release. These cards are normal special. Use special summon a machine pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Machine. I think it's just new. Yeah. Yeah. It was because it was only just released. New card. That's why. Yep. I think Korea probably doesn't have it. Korea. China. Yeah. It looks like it's the Korean release. It does seem broken. If this card's normal special summon, you can send a face-up... You can add a face-up machine pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Okay. If you have no spells or traps in your graveyard, you can distribute this card. Special summon an Earth Machine monster with 1500 or less attack from your hand or graveyard. Except itself. You can only use these. No, it doesn't. It doesn't lock you into the archetype. That's the lock. Right there. Not having spells and traps. That has always been the lock for Super Heavy. Not having spells and traps in the grave. Both of the effects are fine, though. It's decent, but without the Link 1, it doesn't do anything. Like, you just kind of need the Link 1. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, your like is very much appreciated. And if you wanted to see more content like this, subscribe. I'm also going to come back later tonight and play more Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2011 for my members. So if you're a member and are at all interested in old Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, come check that out later. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.